And it is a most wonderful morning to the world, to the viewership of the Finnish Premier League 2025 penultimate match of the season, the Qualifier 2. The Qualifier 2 here at the Kerava magnificent National Cricket Ground. We have an almost cloudless sky. We have summer temperatures pushing 12 degrees maybe. Expecting a high of 16 degrees today. We're made of stern stuff up here in the north. The umpires just entering the field of play. Our two umpires for this match today, Srinidhi and Venkat, in the new wonderful shirts sponsored by our partners Ludimos on the back. Welcome to all of our Ludimos viewers from the Netherlands and around the world, and the two teams, Greater Helsinki, Markhors and the Empire Lions, will be fighting off for the reward of playing in the Finnish Premier League FPL 2025 final against SKK Rapids tomorrow here. Same place, same time, 10 o'clock start. Finnish time, downtown Kerava. Kettulan Kuja number 8, the address for anybody that wants to fly in, walk in, drive in. You're all welcome. Free entry. We have news from the toss. The Greater Helsinki skipper, Navid Shahid, and Empire Lions Jonathan Skamans tossed this morning for the decision, and as you may already see from the screen, Greater Helsinki won the toss and decided to field first. So we'll have Empire Lions batters approaching the wicket this morning, and Empire, I'll give you the 11s this morning. We have for the Greater Helsinki Markhors, Zia Rehman, Atif Rashid, Shazad Chowdhury, Farooq Zeb, Fahim Nalancheri's keeper, Gulfam Nazir, Abdullah Atik, Akil Arjunan, Navid Shahid the skipper, Mohsin Riaz and Bilal Ahmad. Whilst the Empire Lions, we will be having Asad Umar Majid, Mamjad Sher, Hariharan Dandapani, skipper Jonathan Skamans, keeper today Jordan O'Brien, Nathan Collins, Nick Salonen, Raz Mohammed, Vanraj Padal and Nabin Sabkota. And it looks like we shall be opening up from the water tower end. The water tower end, which actually is located behind us this time. For the first time ever, we are commentating live from above the side screens behind the umpire at the bowling end, which is the water tower end. And number 44, skipper Navid Shahid it is. Left arm over seamer, who will be taking the first over. Looks like 59 and 26, 59 on the shirt of Nathan Collins, and Vanraj Padal, who looks like he'll be facing. As mentioned, we've got a minimal amount of cloud cover. It's a beautiful, beautiful morning. We were a bit concerned earlier in the week that we might get some rain here, but fingers crossed, forecast is looking good. I shall not talk about the weather anymore, nothing to do with commentator's curse in that regard. I'm joined today by my esteemed colleague Marcel Burton. Not seen you a while, Marcy. More than welcome.
No, good morning. Great to be back at the home of Finnish cricket, and as you said, conditions probably couldn't be better for this time of year. The grass is looking green and the teams are ready to go, as the Markhors captain is at the top of his run-up, and as you said, Van Badal ready for the first ball of the day. I'll hand it over back to you, Andy, to go through what happens next.
Thanks, Marcel. Good to have you. Navid Shahid it is. He'll take the first ball. That one just floating down the leg side. Navid normally nice medium pace. Brings it back into the right-hander. Usual deal with the first few overs. Does a little bit more. This Tiflex ball, the Oxbridge ball, the Windsor Pro is the white ball of choice here in Finland for quite a number of years already. Shahid in again to Collins. He plays that up his sleeve, but he's played it just past the short extra cover. Good bit of fielding. It's Zia Rehman, I think, at a wide mid-off, so they'll come through for an easy single. Was indeed number 18 Rehman did the fielding there. So lines and lengths all looking okay here. First up from Navid. It's umpire Venkat this end and Srinidhi at square leg as Shahid's in again. That one down leg side. Yep, that's a wide. I'm gonna say we've got a fantastic view.
I was just about to say, it definitely makes a big difference compared to being at ground level. We're not quite bird's eye view, but you can definitely see that Navid is swinging the ball into the right-hander.
Yep.
Something that you wouldn't have been able to pick up from where we were previously positioned. So.
No, and I'm currently standing pretty much in line with the left arm over, and Marcel to my left, pretty central, I think. So you'll be best set for the LBW calls as Shahid's in again. Nice bit of movement again, just bringing that one back in.
Yeah, there was some interest from the Markhors keeper for the first ball of the innings, but my assessment was going down leg.
Yeah, I think so too. Greetings to groundsman Stevie Law. Not quite sure whether he's made it down yet this morning. Did threat to come on his bike. Shahid's in again to Padal. Comes down. Does he get enough of that? I think he does. Yes, he does, and that'll bounce on. Oof, my word.
First boundary of the day?
Just about to say there might be a couple of bounces, but that one... as I was just about to pay some compliments to groundsman Stevie Law, the outfield and the whole ground itself is looking absolutely beautiful. And even though we're here at... what's the time currently? A couple of minutes past 10. A little bit of dew on the grass as we walked over, but that one was a couple of bounces and straight into the boundary fence. And it'll be good for any batter opening to settle any nerves this morning. Shahid's in again. That's short, pulled away, but didn't quite get it fine enough to beat the man. There's a man just out there at regular mid-wicket. Just looking at the field, and it's wonderful to actually look at the field, as I can see all the field 360 here, so no issues. For those of you that have tuned in before, commentary box, where we miss a couple of the positions from where the commentary box has been located, but now I can tell you straight off, without any issues at all, we've got a deep third man to the right-hander, and a mid-wicket out 3/4, that's full. Collins probably disappointed there to miss out on the full toss, just plays it straight to the short mid, and it's at the end of the first.
Yep, 8 runs from the first over. These two teams faced off in the grand final last year.
They did indeed. They did indeed.
If I remember correctly, Empire Lions were victorious that time. I think winning by around 5 wickets. Both teams scoring around 140 odd.
Your memory is better than mine, Marcel. I remember who the victors were, but I certainly don't remember the numbers. But yeah, if you say so. So yes, indeed, this is a repeat of the 2024 FBL Grand Final. The 8 teams that play in the Finnish Premier League have a double round robin first, so that's 14 matches. And the structure then of the qualifiers is such that the top 4 teams basically progress. Top 3 teams progress to the final playoff stages. Sorry, top 4 teams. What am I talking about? So the 1 and 2 from the end of the round robin stage, who were SKK Rapids and the Greater Helsinki Markhors, played off for a place directly into the final. That match was won by SKK, so they're playing in the final tomorrow. The 3rd, 4th place eliminator was played by Vantaa and Empire, which obviously, as you can gather, was won by Empire. Hence, they are now in this qualifier 2 with the loser of the qualifier 1. Second over, Padal facing, just paddles that around the corner, straight to the fielder at backward square leg.
Mosin Riaz, the second bowler for the Markhors of the day. Bit of spin straight away early in the innings. Is that a common tactic in the FBL?
A few of the teams have tried it. It's worth a shout if you've got a spinner that can, pretty much keep it tight, not give something away. Has he got enough on that? Has he not got enough on it? Oh, he's dropped him. My word.
Through the hands.
The only issue of being up here is that we can't quite see the depth, and I wasn't sure whether it was over him, but it was only a few steps backwards outside of the inner circle, and that was put down.
Yeah,
So
Mosin Ria's a bit of an unknown, only played 3 matches this season so far, taken 1 wicket. So there was a chance for his second, but not a lot of stats to go by, so a bit of an unknown player, maybe could be the difference maker today.
yeah, I was just about to say it's not a player that's known to me, so good. It's not my memory that's gone then. Thank you for that one. This little leggies by looks of it.
Yeah.
And field we have to the right-hander we have a long off, and deep mid-wicket, who is just stepping back at the moment onto the deep mid-wicket boundary. Otherwise all in the ring. The regulations for this league are the ICC T20 international regs. Ooh, and this one, Collins just gets enough on it.
Another opportunity.
Backward square leg field was off the ground. I think he got enough elevation. I mean, whether myself or you, Marcy, would have back in the day would have got that one, you think? Maybe
Probably not. Might have got a hand on it.
Might have got a hand on it. There we go. We'll agree on that one. So that one there's also skips away for a 4. That's Collins' first boundary of the morning. Picked up nicely. I was just saying, so the ICC T20 international regulations are those used here in Finland for the Premier League. So we've got a 6-over power play. 2 fielders out is the limitation. That's a better length from the bowler. Riaz. A little bit of breeze up here in the above the sight screen, if you can hear that. Appeal there for leg before.
Quite far down the wicket there.
Yeah.
Both these batsmen averaging around 100 strike rate in this year in the league. Van Pedal with a high score of 35 and Nathan Collins with a high score of 54 this year. So both more of anchor players at the beginning of the innings. Obviously now the power plays are in force. Was that 6 or 8 overs of power play? 6 overs of power play. So interesting that one of the heavier hitters weren't opened up with. They've gone with 2 quite stable players with 100 strike rate, rather than, for example, Amjad Sher, also known as a wild thing, who likes to put the ball around. As it is the captain Naveen Shahid to continue. Cut into the gap, just for a single. No, they're making it 2. Bit of a misfield there by the Greater Markhors fielder. All right, Van Badal facing as Shahid comes in. Cool, this time cut with a bit more intent, and it's gone all the way to the fence. That's a glorious shot over the infield. Not being stopped, as you said. Surprisingly quick, the outfield today. It's busy being mowed down.
Stevie's mowed the outfield as usual yesterday, and pretty good weather conditions through the week. And as we get to the back end of the season, then there's a little bit less use here of Kerala as Shahid's in again to Padal. This one going down.
Yeah, down leg once more.
Shahid down. The previous delivery that Padal played beautifully over cover for 4 was the issue with left arm overs. Basically, they've got to get it to come back in. Otherwise, if it just continues on and they're not actually got the ball that leaves the batter, the right-hander, then tends to just be width. That's straighter. Oh, and a no ball. No ball called by umpire Venkat. Immediately saw the arm come out. Looks like a front foot by the looks of the signal. So that'll be a free hit.
Hands at the ready, Andy. or right behind the batsman. If he plays straight, we might be in for one.
We could be. Another thing I found out at the SMVCO event last weekend in Leppävaara was which way around the umpire is supposed to signal the free hit, as in clockwise or anti-clockwise.
Slower ball there by Naveed Shahid. Oh, nearly a run out. Risky single right there. Smart bowling.
Oh, funky free hits, and can you be run out off a free hit? There we go. There's one for the.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just thinking, of course, you can't be bowled or caught or anything else, but also you can't be out as a runner. But anyway.
Surely you can, because otherwise you just keep running endlessly.
Yeah, obviously, if the ball is in the bowler's hand. But yeah, fair enough. Yep. So that definitely would have been with a direct hit. Anyway, moving on. Shahid in again. Pedal facing. Full. Just clipped straight to short mid wicket. No run there. I think we could, other than being a couple of degrees warmer, I don't think we could have a more beautiful morning here at Kerava. Fantastic weather. We've got a wonderful production team out here today. Padal hits that one. Oh my word. It's not a good morning for Rehman. He just misjudges that one. Thought for a minute that there might have been a chance on diving forward to take a catch, but I guess that was the risk of getting one in the teeth, and he did neither. Deceived by the bounce. Past him, and a boundary 4. Skipper won't be too happy with that. That was get your body on it and keep it to a single at best, or worst even, from a fielding side's perspective.
Yep. 3 extra unnecessary runs from that.
Exactly.
26
so
for no
13
loss.
off that one.
Yep, 13 off the over and 26 for no loss off of 3 overs so far. I expect Mohsin Riaz will continue from the residential end.
Yeah, I was just about to say whether or not they're going to sort of mix it up already and just have ins and outs, ones or 2 overs for different bowlers. They've decided to go, at least for now, with the second over for Riaz. So it's 2 for Riaz, 2 for Naveed Shahid. Shahid.
Nicely played into the gap.
And they'll come back for a 2. Collins and Padal defying the how should I say politely, defying the time progressing, as in they're getting a bit older, and running between the wickets still looks quite sharp. Riaz in again.
Ooh, was that another opportunity? Bowler's got his head on his hands on his head.
Yeah, the keeper was literally just in front of me here, so I couldn't see whether it was actually chopped on or did he miss it and it just hit the keeper's pads. Be interesting to catch whether you see that one on the YouTube. We've got additional cameras here for you today as well, so we're looking at wonderful productions for both this and the final tomorrow's Riaz, and again that's wide. Badala's then
could be the first big one of the day. Oh, is it
just short? I think from here, I would guess.
Umpire's asking for confirmation from the fielder,
6.
and it is 6.
6. So the first maximum of the day. Lovely shot as well. It's, as I said earlier, it's quite difficult to actually judge. It's quite surprising, not having been up here at this height before. It's quite difficult to judge depth. We've got everything else is beautiful in terms of visibility, but I wasn't sure how far that one has gone. It's the same as the previous over when he hit it to just past long on. But he's connected with that very well, and it's carried all the way. So that's the first 6 of the day as Riaz is in again. Leaves that one alone. Yeah. Sensible batting. Put the pressure on the bowler.
Van Pedal currently at a strike rate of around 190.
Yeah, getting a bit giddy with that one. I think I'll leave the next couple, bring it down to normal,
exactly.
Get back to average.
Play the average.
There's Riaz with the neon orange shoes on. Pedal comes down to him. He was thinking of a repeat, I think, and just decided last minute. Block that one back, slight change of line and length. Not quite there for the 6 over the top again, so that's well played on both sides. We've got a slip in. 2.5, I'd say, probably. Padal's down again. Where's that gone? Oh, he's beat the fielder. I thought it was aerial there for a second, but it wasn't. It was past the cover fielder. They don't have an extra cover or a sweeper out, so that's 4. Almost as soon as it left the bat. Lovely shot again. Padal's looking good this morning.
Absolutely. Was it Van Padal or Collins who was dropped in the first over by Riaz?
It was
I think it was Collins.
Padal, the one down here.
Yeah, was it Padal?
Yeah.
They'll be ruining that mistake now. It's another over. Gone.
39 without a loss at the end of 4.
Yep.
And as suspected, change of bowling. So Zia Rehman it is, who will come in for the 5th from the water tower end. Literally perched just above the Sambara barrier, the Meluvalli in Finnish. Leading back onto Keravantie. It comes off the Lahti motorway. For those of you that are just thinking what you would like to do with your Saturday morning, why not just jump on the Lahti motorway or otherwise come down from downtown Kerava and come and watch some fantastic cricket. We've got lovely weather.
Yeah, Rehman, one of the more recognised bowlers for the Markhors. Taken 14 wickets this season at an economy rate of 6.39.
Collins goes aerial, but got enough on it again, as we are still in the power play, 5th over of 6. And he's just sort of, I don't know what you call that really, paddled it round the corner, just backward of square. Gonna pick up an easy 2 at the end of the day. Rehman, right arm over medium. Collins has chipped that one straight to short mid. 54. No, it's not 54. Deceive me, the number on the shirt.
I'm not exactly sure. We'll come back to you with who took that catch, but definitely.
Shazad, I think it's a 4 on the. I think it's 34. Is it Shazad Chowdhury? Clean take. Collins didn't quite get hold of it. He's mistimed a few this morning.
You don't know if you heard it, Andy, but it definitely didn't feel sound like it hit the middle of the bat.
No.
Toe. And as I said, Rehman, one of the more recognised bowlers for the Markhors, strikes straight away. Him and Akil Arjunan are the best bowlers for Markhors this season, both taking around 14 or 20 wickets if you're Arjunan. So now maybe saving those bowlers for after the power play to make their mark. It was interesting opening with the leggy and the captain himself.
I wonder whether they'll give Riaz a 3rd. I mean, he went for a few again the last
I mean,
one.
whether he'll give himself a 3rd.
No, Riaz is not the skipper.
Oh, sorry.
Riaz is the leggy. Akil normally comes on after the power play, bowling his little offies. And I think it's Aravind Kumar Mohan, by the looks of it, who will be facing, having joined us following the departure of Nathan Collins. Rehman, pretty much a straight up and down medium. Does have a couple of variations, but he's in. Mohan facing his first ball. Just a little of a play and a miss. I'm quite sure whether he was planning on just drifting that one down to the 3rd man fielder. Looks like he was going to pass it to the keeper. Anyway, 5th over, penultimate over of the power play. He's got a deep long off and a deep 3rd man. And that's a classic Aravind Kumar Mohan cover drive first up. And I think the fielder's not going to catch it. No, he's not. That one all along the grass, absolute classical Mohan textbook cover drive. Just enough on it. Just enough on it to beat the fielder and not get held up in this morning dew. So we are still having a pretty decent speed of ball crossing the outfield, even though we're quite early this morning for an early start here for the qualifier 2. As Rehman's in again. And Mohan decides to leave that one just inside the wide line outside off. I think a couple of balls further into his innings, he probably would have done exactly what he replayed. Smashed it through
Do
point.
slips not feature in the T20 format anymore so much?
Oh, they do. They had one in the previous over, but yeah, it doesn't seem that they're...
Thinking a new batsman at the crease, medium pacer, placing it outside off. First ball cut for him. Why not have a slip in?
Yep, I would have done back in the day. But anyway, end of the over. 45 for the loss of 1.
I will do. Yeah. We're having a look at the batting stats at the moment. Wanraj Padal, 27 of 15. Nathan Collins out last over, caught by Rehman, bowled Shabir, and currently in Arvind Mohan, 4 of 4 balls with the 1 boundary with a lovely cover drive in the last over. Who is a new bowler from the residential end. Confirm who it is after the first ball as he comes in. Right arm over. Paddled away, tickled away. Down fine leg for 4 runs. That's an excellent shot by Van Padal. Looking in great touch. The new bowler is... Let's have a look at the squad list.
46, I think was the number on the shirt, if my eyes are...
Bilal Ahmad, if it's 46, as you said. I'll just confirm that for you.
I think so.
Yes, it is Bilal Ahmad.
We should get some binoculars up here, I think.
Bowler number 4 for the great Helsinki Markhors. As I said, Padal looking in good touch, motoring on with a very healthy strike rate. As the second ball of the over, has a swing at it. It is wide, signalled by the umpire. Trying to cut that. There's no fielders on it. There's 1 fielder out on the offside, on the boundary rope. Kind of a wide, fine leg. Sorry, third man. This time wide down the leg side. Well taken by the keeper. Still finding his line is the new bowler.
I was going to say, you can have a look at his stats as well. This is another bowler that I'm not too familiar with. Has he played that many games this season, Marcel?
One moment, I'll just pull those up.
Anyway, struggling with his radar a little bit here. It's adjusted for the wide outside off, and ball the next one as a wide down leg.
No, this is his 3rd game of the season.
That was quite wide, could have even left it. And again, I don't think he's got enough depth on it. Oh my word, how has that been dropped? Oh dear, That was about as much of a dolly as you could ever get at mid-on. And I think, even though I don't have the binoculars from here, I think that was Rehman, which if it was, then it's his is it 2nd or 3rd drop of the day. I mean, he's also missed the boundary that came straight through here when he was at mid-off. He's having an absolute shocker.
Yeah, had a few opportunities there, juggled it, couldn't hold on to it. It's just 3rd life of Van Padal, I think.
Just looked like he was turning the fingers on that one. The bowler didn't really seem to get much deviation off the seam. And I was just about to say about the previous ball, looking at it from here, as we are directly behind the keeper, I think it would have been another wide, so Padal gets away with one that he could have left. Just slight adjustment to the field here. The deep mid is coming into the ring. And we've now got a long off to Mohan. That's down the leg side again, and another wide.
Yeah, before this game, I said Bilal Ahmad has played 2 matches. He's only bowled 4 overs.
Okay.
So interesting from the Brigadier Markhors captain, not really relying on the more recognised bowlers who had a lot of overs during the season, relying on some unknowns to try and make a breakthrough. And obviously it has worked to a certain degree. They've had the opportunities, they just haven't been backed up by the fielders. It's a better ball.
Full and straight, dug out by Mohan. Field remains the same. The Rehman has been banished to long off, right in front of the scorer's box. I think he probably wants to put himself in the scorer's box the way things are at the moment. He's in again and playing a miss. And we can see from here how much he missed that by as well, which was a fairway. That's, I must say, it's a perfect view from here. It's, hopefully the
does make commentary much more enjoyable.
I was going to say we'll try to be equally detrimental and positive in the same throughout the innings to equally to all bowlers and batters. But yeah, Mohan missed that one by a country mile as Ahmad is in again. Straighter and fuller. Played straight along the hallowed turf to cover on the ring. There's no run. And is that the end of the sticks, which means the end of the power play. 53. So 8 off that one. Probably say that we'll give that one to Empire, I think. If Greater Helsinki had held onto the catches, it probably would have been their power play, but with 53 on the board from 6 and just the 1 wicket down, you've got to say that...
yeah, Van Batal doing the majority of the damage with his 32 off of 17 balls with 5 fours, excuse me, and 1 maximum strike rate of 188 currently. Number is it 18 or 19?
Yeah, Rehman it is. Continue.
Rehman. Yeah, 18.
And again, full. Padal just nudges that one out to Akil Kasi Arjunan, who's at short backward point. Just looking at these 2 squads, we've got a fair amount of Finnish Bears national team players in both teams here today. In the field, the Greater Helsinki side, we have Zia Rahman is in the squad.
Well played.
Padal just plays that one out to deep mid. I've got the field as set back. Atif Rashid, Farooq Zeb, Fahim Nelancheri, Akil Arjunan are in the Finnish Bears national team, and I'll come back to the Empire representation as Rehman's in again. It's Mohan that's facing now, just into the legs, and that's dabbed out to the vacant mid-on area. I'll think about it a second, but there wasn't 2 there, just the 1.
Yeah, quite a lot of vacant areas. Now the power play's over. We've got 5 fielders on the rope. Long on, long off. Deep point. 3rd man.
Lovely.
Deep square leg.
Padal just guides that one down.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of singles about. We know both Mohan and Van Badal very capable of pushing the running between the wickets.
Yeah, absolutely. I think given the quality of both of these sides and the SKK side tomorrow, lots of national team players on show here today and tomorrow, and I'm sure the Finnish Bears coaching team either watching in the Netherlands, Taku Kazano, hopefully you are watching, and the remaining coaches here based in Finland, either on location or online. Greetings to you. Doing a fantastic job with the boys this year. And I must add, for the first time ever this year, the Cricket Finland has had representational matches from men, women and our under-15s. So a fantastic job as well. Richard Savage, head coach of the under-15 side, who will be joining us on the commentary box tomorrow. And national team coaches for the women.
Tell me a little bit more, Andy, about the national team this year.
Which one? All three of them?
We'll go with the Bears. Give me some highlights.
Just, sorry, missed the end of the over there as well, I think, was that?
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
it.
it was. I was too busy yapping. 56 for the loss of 1. So just 3 off the 7th.
Yep.
Yeah, as I was just saying, really busy season. It's we've got a busy weekend ahead of us next weekend. Our Finnish Bears, our Finnish Bears family, all of our national sides are referred to as Finnish Bears. So we've got Finnish Bears Cubs under 15, Finnish Bears women and Finnish Bears men. Both the men and the women will be playing internationals next weekend. The women in Copenhagen for the Nordic Cup, which will all be T20 internationals. At wonderful cricket grounds in Copenhagen, playing against Sweden, Norway, Denmark as hosts, and Germany. The German women currently playing in the ICC T20 regional qualifiers in the Netherlands. And the men will be going to Guernsey to play Guernsey and Switzerland in the Tri-Series, and this is Akhil Arjunan.
Yep. Top bowler for the Markhors this year, the one who's taken 20 wickets at an economy rate of just above 5, which is very good in the T20 format.
Yeah, I think as I mentioned earlier, Akhil, or Kasi as his nickname is within the within cricket circles, normally comes on after the power play.
Yeah.
And that's going to be the case here. I think if he gets his line and length sorted out, he'll probably bowl through, I would have thought. As Padalidesa continues to face. Gets enough of this one, and it's played wide of the long on field who's coming around. They're going to come for a second. I was going to say thinking for a 2. There certainly was one there. Padal's been struggling with finger injuries this season, and I know he's playing through some pain out there today. He's got some limitations on shot selection, so the way he's going is pretty good. As he's facing again, Arjunan in. Now just back to the bowler. No run. Just looking at the field that he's got set, we've got an extra cover sweeper who's about 3/4, just a few meters in from the rope. Long on, long off. And a deep square leg, looks like from here, as I'll hit that one through too long on along the ground for a single, and cow corner right on the boundary.
Yeah, big gap between deep square leg and cow corner. One Padal will look to target if there's any.
Yeah, and there's no fine leg in as well, so if his lines are off, he's just bringing it into the right-hander. There's certainly nothing covering here. Anything backward of square. It's quite strange, because the square fielder out is pretty square. So basically anything that Akhil is drifting, and he's going to get swept around the corner. But he's well, tight enough over there. Just 60 for the loss of 1 at the end of 8, so 4 off that one.
Yeah,
I'd be happy with that. Interested to see whether we'll have another change. I think we will, by the looks of it. Farooq Zeb it is, I think, if my eyes do not deceive me. Another national team player, so I should know. We are quite a way away here, of course. I mean, my eyes are not where they used to be, now that I'm no longer in my 40s. Talking of which, Farooq is 42, which should be the number as he turned around. Perfectly timing, 42. Not going to see that on the screen, but it's perfect timing for me at least. He's another player coming back from injury this season. Not bowled as much as he probably normally would. As you can see, a little bit of a gingerly running in. Just wide of off. It was Mohan that played that one just backward of point for a single. Zeb's field out is, what have we got? We've got a deep third man, we've got a cover sweeper, we've got a long off, we've got a long on, and deep mid. Is he in? And that's straight. Ooh, looks straight-ish as well.
it's a good shot. Oh, chance for a run out as well. It was
It's
a
all
very
going
good
on.
shout.
It's all happening at the Gabba, except we're not at the Gabba. For those of you that follow Australian cricket from the 80s. You nobody? Except me. Yep. I said that was a tighter one.
It was. Might have been height. Might have been height. See, once we get it, the replay. Yeah,
Maybe just going down as well, was it?
could be, yeah.
And then a run out on offer as well. And from here, it looked as though he would have been high and dry. Zeb's in again. Got enough of that? I think he has.
The maximum.
That's 6. One bounce and over the fence.
Into the creek.
Into the creek. It was Atif Rashid out here, long gone, who already slipped on his bum as well. So fortunately for him, wasn't an opportunity of a catch.
Going to have a slight delay in play. So, Andy, is it the same as last year that the winner of the FPL will be playing in Europe against other divisional champions again?
Yes, correct. The European Champions League ECL will be due to be played round of March, I think it is, next year in Malaga. So the winner of the final tomorrow will be the Cricket Finland representative in that tournament. The fielders need to go a couple of metres further in. I don't think they're looking in the right spot at the moment. And there we go. As he found something, I'm not quite sure that would be the ball. Pretty sure it was further down the creek.
And he's trying to wave to the fielders, get them looking in the right spot. I'll mute you, Andy, so you can shout instructions.
Yeah. Further in, guys. Right, a couple of metres up that way. Yeah. More where you are, number 46.
So a lot on offer for whichever team wins today and then faces SKK in the grand final tomorrow. And as Andy said, same time, same place, kicking off at 10 AM, or should I say bowling off at 10 AM tomorrow. You'll be joined by Andy again and my colleague Richard Savage for commentary tomorrow. Should be, hopefully, we don't want to curse it, similar conditions today. A little bit of rain in the forecast, but not throughout the day, so maybe a little slight showers now and again. We got rain covers here at KNCG Clubhouse commentary box, and now there's a commentary tower, which is my first time commentating from up here, and it is a fine way to watch and commentate on a cricket match. I think we've found the ball. No, we haven't. So the umpires will then be bringing out one of the substitute balls, which will be checked for condition, as similar as possible to the last ball after 8.3 overs. As the batters and fielders return to the field, start things off again. Farouk Zeb obviously will continue from the water tower end. We used to call it the brewery end, but we're not allowed to do that anymore. As Zeb continues to Mohan. Full, and just tickled to the leg side for a single. Yeah, as Andy said, slightly gingerly run up at the moment for Zeb, but has his line and length quite well sorted, so even though lacking a bit of rhythm, he's hitting the right spots. That's Padal to face him. Again outside off, and oh, yep, he's nicked it, as I said. Good lines and lengths. That's the end of Padal after a very good opening to the innings, making 37. Making 37 of his 26 deliveries for a strike rate of 142. But that was some excellent bowling by Zeb, as I said, hitting the right areas, and you will be rewarded. I don't know if you missed that as you were...
I did.
You did. I thought so, as you were instructing some of the staff here to find the ball. So it was good length ball outside off by Zeb, and nicked to the keeper by Padal.
Any movement? Or just straight?
Not really. I think Padal playing slightly the wrong line, maybe the slight break in play affecting his concentration slightly.
Was it the first ball after the break?
It was the
Yeah.
first. Oh, second ball. Excuse
Second
me.
ball.
They took a Mohan took a single to put Padal on strike off the first ball. As we have the new Empire batter, Jordan O'Brien, one of the more destructive batsmen across this season for the Empire Lions.
Last ball of the 9th, I think this is, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, he's topping the batting stats, making 341 runs this season off of 13 games. Zeb comes in, bowls another good ball, full on the stumps, just pushed away by Jordan O'Brien, who has a high score of 95 this season, an average of 28 across his matches. So that is the end of the 9th. 69 for the loss of 2 wickets for Empire currently. Let's see if it will be Arjunan continuing as it will be.
Yeah, I think so.
As you said, may bowl him through. So a bit of off spin.
Interesting phase of the game here, really, because Greater Helsinki now bowled a couple of sort of tight overs and taken the second wicket, and you got to say that after the positive power play, the field set back, the Empire batters have not sort of motored on from there. So we're here. If Greater Helsinki can bowl a few tight rovers, keep the pressure on, then they might well be in the pound seats as Mohan gets away with a thick edge. I think the fielder's probably going to get it. Yeah, he will.
May run 3 though, 1 on the arm. Indeed. That's my favourite shot, Andy.
Favourite shot, the one on the arm, you mean?
No.
the thick edge past the keeper's gloves.
I call it the tickle, but most people call it a thick edge.
Yeah, they all count, don't they? All go down in the book.
That's right. This is Jordan O'Brien now.
So they did take 3. Yep. So O'Brien on strike, and he's got pretty straight long on, long off, just to the left of the scorer's box. Cassie teasing him. He knows that O'Brien can hit a ball a long way, and he knows that O'Brien's just new to the wicket, and he knows that he just can sometimes perhaps go for one when it's not quite there, just taking the pace off, giving him the opportunity to go for it rather than push it down the other end.
Caught and bowled.
And there we go.
A loopy delivery, as you said, teasing the batsman to have a go. And O'Brien did, and he's fallen to Arjunan, caught and bowled.
So I was just about to say which the other fielders are out, but now all the fielders are in, celebrating that third wicket for the Greater Helsinki Markhors. So pressure definitely on Empire here.
Yeah, their danger man, one of the top batsmen of the season, out for a duck.
From the gate, I would say that looks like Nick Salonen that's in next. I would have probably expected him to be so then anyway in the order.
Yeah, and he's one of the other batsmen to look out for. Playing 13 matches, making 313 runs this season at an average of 34.78. High score of 78 with a few 50s this season.
He's also a national team. He's the national team vice skipper actually, and an all-rounder. So he's up quite well in the bowling stats as well. But he's in a position here where he's got to have a little bit of a think of what's the right sort of innings from him today. I would think that the Empire strategy has to be that one of these two needs to be there at the end. Having now lost 3 wickets, both openers are back in the hutch. And
with the fielders out, and again, 2 very capable runners, you'd think it'd be a bit of a nerdling session.
Yeah, I mean, I think one of the biggest things that new head coach Taku Kazano, all the way from the Netherlands, has been trying to drill into our guys is definitely looking at pushing those ones and making those ones into twos.
Yeah.
And looking at the stats of T20 internationals currently, you know, it's quite often you'll find that the team that scores the most 2s often wins. It's not always about those big 4s and nice looking 6s. It's really about making sure that you keep that scoreboard ticking over.
Yeah, especially with a defensive field, plenty of space behind the one fielder on the leg side in the circle. So Arjun to Salonen, and it's again a similar shot, straight to point though, so it won't be any runs this time around. Interesting, I was looking at Salonen's backlift, very high.
Yeah. Yeah, he's always had a high backlift. I think he's probably tweaked it even more over this winter.
The bat's above his head when the bowler's coming in, as he,
Yeah.
as I said, bit of a nurdle. This time the one slip fielder was awake to it, made sure they didn't get a single, as that's the end of the 10th over. 74 with the loss of 3 wickets.
So again, only 5 off that one. So only going at 4s and 5s pretty much now since the end of the power play.
Par score for KNCG. Good score for KNCG. What would you say? What's required today?
One of the reasons why I was saying that Empire will definitely be looking for one of these 2 batters ideally to be there at the end, because that will mean if they are, then they'll probably be looking at a score north of 140, which I think they'll feel is an absolute minimum that they want to defend. The Greater Helsinki Markhors do have quite a few explosive batters in their lineup as well, as Empire do. And I would suspect that 150 would be an absolute minimum for today. Zeb's in again. Played smartly through what is a vacant mid-on area, as the long on is out on the boundary. It's 5, Atif Rashid, I think it is. It's out here. Yeah, it is. So yeah, I mean, I think given the 53 for 1 at the end of the power play, I was probably, if you'd have asked me then, I'd have said 160, 170 is probably what they're going to be looking for. But now, having dragged it back over the next 4, sort of critical phase of play here.
Still a lot of batting to come though from the Empire squad. We got Amjad Sher, Jonathan Skamans, for example.
Oh yeah, it certainly is. I just meant that Greater Helsinki are bowling tight as well, not really giving much away.
Yeah.
Again, a good little punch then.
Good turn it. Oh.
Oops, slip. He's back in time, fortunately.
Yeah, Salonen trying to push for 2 there. Mohan says no, sends him back, and he slips over. Fortunately, does
on these
collect himself.
Artificial wickets, there's no steel studs in the cricket shoes, so maybe a bit slippy still on the surface for quick turns. Zeb's in again. I was just going to say that short, and Mohan says thank you very much. Just after I'd said that they'd been bowling tightly. Mohan will play that one in his sleep. So just paddled it round the corner, backward of square, a couple of bounces, 4 runs. Yeah, I mean, I think going back to the question before of, what's the pass scores here, I think probably pass scores this season in FPL would be in the region of about a 140, 150, but there's been a few chases that chase that down as well. Here, the standards continue to improve, and certainly the top 4 or 5 teams in the Premier League all looking at those sort of scores on a regular basis.
Yeah.
And that's no exception here today, obviously, with these 2. So yeah, I mean, if I'm Empire, I'd probably say that I'm only going to feel comfortable if I'm well north of 160, and then I know that I still have to bowl well, and if a couple of the Greater Helsinki batters come off, then it's still gettable. So it's looking for a really interesting competition here today. Certainly, from a viewership perspective, I'd like these 2 to stay together for a while, because both of them are really cracking batters. Both of them strong, both sides of the wicket. We'll see all sorts of shots if they are. Obviously, for the fans of Greater Helsinki out there, they will be wanting for the opposite. But just from a purely neutral cricket perspective, Zeb's back in again there with a better line in length to the ball that Mohan had slapped away for a 4. He's in again to Salonen with the high back lift. The pendulum back lift, which, yeah.
What other than focusing on running between the wickets, new coach for the national team? When did he start?
Yeah, I was going to say, if you can say new for as around about a year now into the job. We managed to get a little bit of Finnish Olympic Committee funding as well as a new Olympic sport. Cricket, as you well know, and the viewers will know, is due to make a return to the Olympics in LA 28, and we're expecting the continuation of the same in 32 in Brisbane. I've read that Brisbane is already planning on building the stadiums for that purpose, so we'll be assuming and hoping that cricket will at least be in the next 2 Olympiads. And yeah, so that meant we did a little bit of cooperation with Cricket Netherlands at the time, and Taku was the man that was taken on. Not talking mega amounts of money, of course. We have Taku as and when we can get him and afford him. We have him for events basically, and camps through the winter and all that sort of stuff. So it's another step up from what we've had in the past. And pretty much going back to your question, Taku is. Ooh, was that?
That did carry. But
It
was a very sharp chance. Did well to get a hand on it. He will be disappointed though.
Yeah, he will. I couldn't see from here. The keeper just blocking my view as to whether he bumped that or not. But not as your comment. From a bowling perspective, I think, and strategy-wise, very much a case of stumps. I know that might sound quite strange, but having a focus on doing the real basics well, and top of off sort of type strategies with a little bit of mix up, and making sure that the bowlers are really training hard on their surprise balls and not just bowling all sorts of licorice, all sorts for just for.
What about the wide full outside off stump? That's one I've always seen watching T20 and T10.
It's
cricket.
not been part of our strategy, let's say that way. I think we do see that in internationals.
Especially at the death, seems to be the kind of ball which, when you try and restrict the batsman.
Yeah, although I tend to think that whether it is actually counterproductive as well, I think I've tended to see a lot of those are disappearing as well. So
I think the level that Cricket Finland plays at, most of the batsmen are very strong on the leg side, which is why, to me, putting it quite far out, full outside off stump on the crease line, on the wide crease line, seems like a good strategy. Obviously, what do I know about cricket? Not a lot, so I might be talking hoo-ha.
Let's not be too modest, Mr. Burton. That's the end of the over.
Yep, just 5 from it, once more. So
just as Mohan hit the boundary, didn't he? So it was a 4 and a single.
The boundary was last over.
Was it?
So
there we go.
Took 2 singles and 1 3.
It's good to have somebody else in the commentary box.
87 off of 12 for the loss of 3 wickets. Let's have a look how the batsmen are getting along. Mohan, obviously the batsman who's been at the crease longer, 24 of 23 with a few boundaries, and Salonen 8 of 8. So about a run a ball, both batsmen at the moment. They'll have to, or they will be looking to up that rate now that they've got themselves in.
See, I was looking at the shoes rather than before he turned around and see the number on the back of the shirt. It is the leggy, Riaz.
It'll be good to see from this angle.
Yeah, coming back for his 3rd over from the water tower end, and it'll be Salonen that's facing. Good flight. It's a bit of a fuffle in the field. Doesn't take that cleanly. I think it was Arjunan at point. Gifts them a single. Leggy won't be happy with that. It's nothing worse than giving a nice floated delivery that he's expecting just to hit to the fielder on the ring and fumbles. Gives the batter a run. The point field is just coming tighter. Salonen has got hold of that. I think he's going to have enough of it. Yes, he does. Just watch where that one goes.
Over the ditch.
Over the ditch. Actually bounced on the bridge that goes over the ditch and straight towards that telegraph pole, which hopefully Zeb has noticed, which he hasn't. He needs to go to his right. Just there.
Found it.
There we go. Good man. In the semi-long grass, which is it was taken down by the Kerava. Municipal Services a couple of weeks back for the ladies' international series, but it's already grown a little bit.
Yeah. Good shot by Salonen.
Yeah, as I was saying before, both of these guys pretty much 360 batters, and was it Salonen or was it Mohan? Because Salonen is now at the non-strikers.
That's right. Must have been Mohan then.
Shot for nothing. That's right. Salonen was facing the first ball, wasn't it? That
misfielded. Yeah.
they misfielded and went for a single. Yeah, because I was thinking the same thing, but forgot that it come down the other end. So yeah, Mohan certainly got enough of that anyway. Way over the boundary.
It's quite an interesting field setup. You've got two fielders long off region, 3 around the point, 1 cover, 1 backward point, 1 point, and then the rest of the fielders, the other 4, on the onside. 1 that just moved to mid wicket from square leg.
So what are they saying? There's a leggy, and they've got 3 fielders out on the boundary, deep square. Deep square, cow corner, and a long on. Is that some sort of funky field or what? I would have thought the idea would be to have a leggy moving, bowling away, spinning away from the right-hander that we'd have had.
Deep point.
Yeah. They're expecting the batters to go across the line and play against the spin. But, Salonen dabs that one straight to short mid, the only fielder in the circle, right at him, so there's no run.
Very good over once more. Okay, we had the 1-6, a few singles, so a little bit of a tick up in the run rate as they get to 95 off of 13.
See that run rate on the screen? What's what they're going at?
Run rate is 7.4.
Okay.
And over.
So if they're carrying out this rate, they'll be looking at something in the region of 150.
Yeah, 148 to be exact.
Yeah. If these two can stay together, then I would have thought they'd be looking for something north of that, but that's a big if. We've got
Mohsin Riaz from the residential end, and
Arjunan.
is it Arjunan?
Yeah, Riaz was this end. There we go. That's
right.
that's 1-1 in the correction stakes.
Yeah, there you go.
And Arjunan's bowling his offies, Riaz bowling leggies. We've got a long on, long off, cow corner, deep mid wicket, and just adjusting the fielder, who's now gone to a sort of a wide extra cover on the boundary rope. As flight again from Arjunan, and they come through for an easy enough single. That was pretty much, looking at it from here again with this different view that we've got, and excuse us viewers if it sounds new to us, that's exactly what it is. I've not had this view before to be commentating. And I was thinking first that he'd hit that one straight to the field and there probably wasn't a run, but just looking at it from this point, that one is Mohan just, it's a bottom edge on that and enough on it not to play on, but only just squirts out and the bowler collects it in his follow through, so there's no run. He's got a point and a backward point on the ring as Mohan just sweeps, and there'll be 1 bounce single.
And no one behind the keeper though.
No, again, we said that before,
shots.
didn't we? Yeah, we
No
said that before.
shots.
There's absolutely nothing here backward, and it's even less. I mean, the fielder that they had out previously was sort of backward deep square leg, and now it's a deep mid wicket right on. So there's absolutely nothing from square leg onwards behind the keeper. Salonen goes through extra, and that is a beautiful shot. It's, pierces the two
you don't
fielders.
need to go behind the keeper when you can play like that in front of the keeper.
Indeed.
Between the two fielders, excellent shot.
As you said earlier, what do we know?
We just watch too much cricket on TV, don't we? All the professionals doing the paddle shots. Looks easy when they do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Although that's, you were asking before about tackle, there's one of the big ones as well for batters is really sort of surprising bowlers and practicing hard on sweeps and reverse sweeps. And it'll be interesting to see whether any of them come out from any of these batters here today.
We haven't seen a batsman take the knee yet, so to speak.
Arjuna's in again. Flights that one. Salonen then playing smartly, just a single to the right hand of the extra cover fielder on the ring. And that's the end of the over.
Yeah, and he will be 100 up, 102. Excuse me, 100 and... yeah,
103, I think, yeah.
Did they take a single off the last ball?
They did.
They did, 103 then, yes. Over 14 overs.
Looks like, again, from the orange fluorescent shoes, it is Mr. Riaz is going to bowl out.
Obviously, in the Empire side, I'll ask you who has the brightest shoes in the squad.
Ooh, I'll have to think about that one, having not seen all of them. I think that was, just checking, it was Arjunan's last over, so what were his figures?
I'll get that for you in a moment. But the person I was thinking about was Raz Mohammed, who has bright red shoes.
Oh, you were back on shoes still, sorry.
I'm still on shoes. You're asking me for stats, but I'll bring them up for you in a moment.
Perfect. I think Riaz is also due to bowl out here, so the 15th will be Riaz's 4th over. I think so. He had 2 early on, and yeah, this is his 4th. Leggy and Salonen again has got enough of that one, and there's a couple of bounces into the ditch yet again. Hopefully the fielder's kept his eye on that one, who's pretty much where the fielder was, but right over them. No question about there being a catch on offer there. And these boundaries are full international size. So I mean, the couple of sixes that we've seen down this end, they've cleared the boundary well and truly. So you're talking a good 75, 80 metre hit in both these cases.
While we have a slight gap in the play, I'll tell you Arjunan's stats of his 4 overs. So 22 runs off them with 1 wicket, economy rate of 5.5, 11 dot balls.
I was going to say, he kept it quite tight, didn't he? And there was, one out from memory, there was one sharp caught and bowl that he didn't manage to keep hold on. There was anything else that went down off his bowling?
There was one that he didn't. Well, you weren't sure whether it was a bump ball. I'm not sure either. We couldn't see from where we're situated at, but another half a chance for caught and bowled. There's only one that comes to mind because the other drop catches were during the power play.
Yeah.
Rehman mostly.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, almost exclusively.
It's always the way when
follows you.
Yeah, exactly. It follows you. Once you drop one, you know the ball's coming to you once more.
So again, a little bit of break of play. It looks as though, well, the guys are coming back over the boundary fence, so I'm assuming they found it. I was looking in the other direction, or whether they're through. It looks like the umpire Serenity has got one ball in his hand. Is that the match ball or another ball? Anyway, Riaz's got a few things to think about here. He's just bowled his first ball of his 4th, and it's been dispatched for 6. So.
Obviously, we're in a residential area here in Kerava, and I remember at least a few years ago there was a local dog who was very helpful with fetching balls.
Unfortunately, he's moved on now.
Yeah,
that neighbour moved. It was that's right. It was the top apartment far left of the building.
Yeah.
Which I'm just trying to remember.
Might have to invest in a new cricket dog then.
Yeah, that dog sort of found absolutely everything, and then we always had the balls returned to the clubhouse terrace then for the following day.
Very well trained, very useful to have.
Much better at finding balls than some of these fielders are, that's for sure.
The smell of leather.
Exactly. I think, we're 2 down by the looks of it at the moment in the balls department.
If you had a KNCG local dog ball fetcher, what would you call it?
Oh, there we go. What about Marcy? There we go.
No. Thinking one of a cricket legend.
Cricket legend?
What's the...
a ball fetching legend.
The South African fielder. The... what's his name? It escapes me now.
Jonty Rhodes.
Jonty Rhodes. We call Jonty.
There you go. Well, Jonty's been here. Welcome back, Jonty. Yeah, Jonty came over here. He was located in Sweden for a few years. I think, if I remember correctly, if you won't mind me saying, I think his missus was at Stockholm University.
Okay.
Brought the family over. He resided in Sweden, I think, for a couple of seasons, and during that time we had the pleasure of inviting him over with the Swedish side.
Fantastic.
And of course, what else would you do? I remember Richard interviewed him. We had him doing fielding sessions, of course. Brilliant. So all the best, Jonty, if you're listening or watching. And Marcel's decided that we're going to call the KNCG dog after you as a ball finder. That was his idea anyway, not mine.
It doesn't sound
so
so
you were
good.
thinking as the ball, the dog would find everything as Jonty used to catch and everything.
Return everything to the keeper.
Yeah. There we go. Yeah, I'm just spelling out the logic for those of you that were not quite following that one, me included. But anyway, he has it again.
That's a good ball.
Salonen plays and misses outside the off. Just a little bit of turn.
Yeah.
Into keeper's gloves, Fahim Nelancheri. Another colleague from the Finnish Bears. Just looking at Salonen's backlift. Yeah, he's just as high to the spinners as well. He's down along the turf to.
So how many squad members in the national team nowadays? Then?
We're currently at around about 30, 31 in the men's. That is the women's 20 plus, and I think women's and juniors about the same, right? About 20 plus.
Any junior competitions coming up for the Cubs?
We've just finished an excellent series for them. Tri-series, which was played in Tikkurila, the other full-size cricket ground in Finland. I suppose we could probably say Jalkaranta in Lahti as well, which is almost full-size. Grass outfield, permanent. Oh, I was just about to say that's floating it up there, and
it's over the ditch.
Over the ditch this time, so that's another 80 plus
80
hit.
meters, yeah.
Mohan, I think, was it?
Yeah, that was Mohan.
Yeah. Both of them picking him up well, just to make sure that this over started and finished with a maximum.
With a bang, yeah. That's a very good over for Empire.
Is that 118, is it?
Yep, 118 off of 15. And Mohan moved on to 39 off of his 32 balls. Nicolas Salonen, 24 of 17. And Mohan contributing the majority of the boundaries with 2 4s and 3 6s. Salonen, 1 of each, as they start to slip into a higher gear now, as we're getting into the last final 5 overs. Projected score has gone up to 158, courtesy of that over. So pushing that 160 mark, which is considered a good score. We've had a few 190s, 180s this season as well.
Yep.
Which is, as you said, definitely does show the development of Finnish cricket, because when I was playing actively, we were usually around the 110, 120 mark. As a
Back in the day.
Back in the day.
That's 46, I think it was, if I got right on the shirt. Ahmad, I beg your pardon.
Yep. Bowler number 3, I believe.
Just looking at my stats, we had we opened with Naveed Riaz, then it was Zia and Ahmad. So yeah, he was the 4th bowler.
Yeah,
Bowled
outside off. Oh, a slash by Salonen, misses it. Looked like he might, maybe keeps a bit low here in the wood tower end now and again.
Just look down on that one, so I'll take your word for that.
Yeah.
So Ahmed just bowled the 1. He bowled the 6th over, and then they took him off. He did go for 8, so I don't know whether that was.
Oh, it's up, it's in the air. Looks like it's catchable. No, it's not. It's
into the netting.
Into the netting, indeed.
Lovely shot, well picked up. Mohan, I think it is. Was it Mohan?
Salonen.
Salonen, yeah, I was going to say, I was just looking down at the previous board, didn't see who was on strike for that one.
I'm pronouncing the name for our international audience. You're pronouncing it for our Finnish audience, Andy. Salonen.
Oh, you said Salonen, did you?
Salonen. In Finland, you'd pronounce
Salonen.
it Salonen.
Of course. So well picked up. Ahmad just having a bit of a think before he delivers the next delivery. He's in. Oh.
That was a rinse and repeat of the first ball you missed.
Yeah, okay. And what did he do with the first ball that I missed? Did he play the same shot and missed?
Yep,
He did.
Exactly the same.
Through to the cap. I was just going to say, it was looking at punching that for 4 through.
But this is where my
covers.
theory of putting a little bit wider outside off, because anything he puts in the legs, it goes for 6, or it can do.
Yeah.
Like those balls. But when you put it outside off, full.
Yeah, I didn't say I necessarily disagreed with the principle.
Well, when you want to throw some of that Olympic money my way and make me head coach, let me know. I'm ready.
Yeah, don't call us, we'll call you. Just saying that one for you, Taku, just in case you are listening. I think Marcy will go for a couple of beers and you can have all of his fountains of knowledge.
Absolutely.
Or is it wine these days? Or both?
Both.
A mixture of the two.
Anything to help me sleep, you know how it is. All right.
So tell us about yourself a little bit then, Marcy. I mean, the fountain of knowledge. How long ago was it since you last played, and when did you first play? There we go.
When did I first play?
Reorganising the stumps.
Goodness me, I think early 2000s, probably 2005-ish. Might even be earlier. My father was actually one of the founding members of the Empire Cricket Club, which was founded by the 4 founding fathers for the kids, of which I was one.
I remember them well.
Yeah, and we had a very healthy rivalry against SKK back in the day, who back then were the other club with a junior setup. Obviously, vastly expanded nowadays. Many more juniors with different in different teams, which is very good. And I played cricket actively for about 15 years, I think. Yeah.
Wow.
Before I decided that I should share my fountain of knowledge with the world in the commentary box. And rather, I was more useful here than down there on the green.
You said that.
I think if you pull up my stats, I think they would confirm that.
Anyway, stumps are now reorganised. Mohan it is, facing Ahmad. Right arm over from the residential end. Ooh, just about to say he played on, but his bottom edge. I thought he played onto the stumps, but I think he's just caught a boot and then cleared the stumps. Through to the keeper, no run. So Greater Helsinki will be happy with any dots they can get at the moment.
Yeah. Back in the day, I think Empire was one of the first clubs to play on a grass field in Viki.
Viki, that's right. Yes, I remember that.
With a flicks mat.
Oh yeah, the bounce is interesting. Anyway, Ahmad's in again. Shot. Assuming that he's got enough of it,
all the way
which
again.
by the sound of it he has. Yep.
Doesn't mind targeting that.
Just about to say, one of my pet hates is when somebody says shot before it's actually cleared the field, which I did then, but I did expect from her that it was going to clear the field. And sure enough, straight into the netting over the boundary fence. Magnificent hit.
It's the end of the over. 131 for the loss of 3 off of 16. And again, Mohan has accelerated, as has Salonen. Now both 45 for Mohan and 31 for Salonen. So these two have been able to build a partnership after a few rocky overs in the middle of the innings with a few lost wickets. Now looking stable and accelerating.
So Raymond it is coming for his second.
Yep.
He bowled his first over in the 7th.
Yep. Run rate has increased to 8 and over.
Yep. So as we were saying earlier, we're very much a critical part of the game, just around about the 10th, 11th, 12th overs. Whether these two are going to take it on, they have for now at least. Just 4 overs remaining. Field just currently being respread. Use that as a terminology. Sounds like Voimarini. Anyway, we've got a deep mid, we've got a deep cow corner, we've got a long on, we've got a long off, and we've got a wide extra cover on the boundary. So there's again lots of space. There's nothing backward either side of the wicket. Salonen plays that one bounce, boundary 4. Just I think whether it was interesting then for the fielders, but no, it was between the two of them. From Salonen's perspective, perfectly placed, he would no doubt say. So I was just in the process of saying there's absolutely nothing square whatsoever either side of the wicket. We've got a backward point just on the ring, but other than that, there's a square leg On the ring, backward point on the ring, point on the ring, and a cover. Salonen has not quite timed that one.
Watch the spin.
Oh my word.
Yeah,
It's schoolboy error on the deep mid-wicket boundary. He's just come in to cut the ball off. Seems to have a problem with the ball.
Oh dear.
Having been, I'm not watching the feed, so I don't know whether our mobile man cameras have caught that one, but it's one bounce and avoided the fielder, and then bounced a couple of times into the ropes as Rehaman's in again. Going down leg. And they'll look for another one. That's not very smart cricket from Akil Arjunan. Coaching team will be far from pleased from that. There was definitely no, I mean, it wasn't even a question of being run out either. I wasn't even sure of his ground. He was actually going to be in his ground. There was nobody backing up. So it's just a giveaway run to have a shy at the stumps from there. As Rehaman's in again. Salonen has been fed and he's cleared the boundary yet again. This time by a fair few metres as well, over the ditch.
I think that was the longest of the day so far.
I think so, yep. That must be 85, 90 metre, approaching something like that.
So do we not have a sponsor associated with a maximum? If you know, in the 100 and the other leagues, they say that's a
not as yet.
XYZ maximum.
Come up with all these wonderful new ideas now with this, the heightening this scaffolding. You're more than welcome to promote to the wider international and Finnish community for anybody that's interested. So carry on, you were saying, so what, there's sponsors in the 100, which is the...
Yeah, so when someone hits a 6, they call out that was a, whatever the sponsor's name is, maximum.
Yep.
And I'm looking at the boardings we have up here today. We could call it a 0-point maximum, a playbox maximum. Is there anything else? We could Quartanen maximum. Quite a few.
Well, down here we've got an Eerikkilä maximum, which is our current high performance centre partner.
Yeah, there you go. Reach out to them. Tell them how many 6s have been scored this year in the season and how many mentions they would get.
Thousands a pop.
Yeah.
Rehaman's in again for that single. Salonen's and the non-strikers. So that's Mohan that's facing. Nice shot again in that vacant extra cover region.
Yeah.
It probably will push for 2, I think. And Salonen is going to make it easily enough.
The national team running coaching showing.
Not quite sure of these fielding positions, to be honest, out here today. Quite strange. Is that 150 up?
Yep, that's 150 off of 17.
So that was a heck of an over. That was 19 off that one.
Yep.
Rehaman's been absolutely plastered today, hasn't he? I mean, he's dropped catches. He's been smashed there. It's not a good day for him so far, but there's still second half of this match. Everything's possible. I think he only went for 3 in his first over, which was the 7th. He's now bowled the 17th and gone for 19.
Interestingly enough, one of the better bowlers in the side, who's in the squad, Atif Rashid, I don't think he's had a bowl today.
He's not. No, I was just about to say he's in the national squad. I'd say he won't mind me saying it. I guess I'd say he's probably a part-time offie in the national team, but I would have expected him to get a couple of overs here today. I don't know whether he's carrying anything injury-wise or what. But haven't spoken to Atif recently, but yeah, I was expecting that he might have gotten over a 2. It's anyway Naveed Shahid, the skipper, that's brought himself back on for the 18th. Assuming he'll bowl this one and the 20th. Salonen decides to have a swipe at that one, which clearly would have been a wide. Looking from this wonderful position that I can say clearly would have been a wide.
Interesting that you said that Atif Rashid bowls off spin nowadays. Back when I used to play with him, he used to be a medium pacer.
Yeah.
Skiddy.
It's been a fair while. Been a fair while, I think, since he's bowled anything like that. Little offy darts for quite a few seasons as Shahid's in again. Straighter. It's well played. Oh my word.
Field is it?
Shabby fielding again.
Won't make it to the boundary though, but they will run 3
Salonen
by the looks of it.
He's got to push the 3 and he's made it. Yep. Nick and Arvind do run well between the wickets, and there was some shabby football. It wouldn't go down on a football field, never mind shabby cricket fielding. It was a shabby footy fielding, and again, what should have been a single ended up being a 3, so it's a bit loose. Not normally something that used to seeing Great Helsinki this season. The matches that I've seen quite a fair few. They've fielded quite well. There's been a lot of shabby stuff on that there today. They've given quite a few runs away.
I think it's the slightly colder conditions towards the end of the cricket season here in Finland. Yeah.
Well, I took my jacket off up here, so I mean, I'm warm enough. I'm not taking that as an excuse if I'm skippering this side. Anyway, Salinen's rearranging his gloves. From the signal, was that 50 for Mohan? He was just raising his bat. I think I just caught the end of it. Did I?
Let's have a quick confirmation.
Left arm over skipper Shahid into Salinen.
It is.
Swing and a miss.
And Salonen on 47.
I'd have given that as a... But anyway.
I missed that ball. As I was checking whether it was 50 up, and it was off 36 balls, 2 4s and 4 6s.
I think Bowler got away with one there. I think I would have signalled that as wide, but anyway. Moving on. Shahid it is, in again.
Again looking for the gap, doesn't make it this time. Ball run
Come 2. 2, yep. Salinen must be quite close as well. On his own.
Yeah, 49 now.
So from an umpire's perspective, as we were talking around about the 10th, 11th over, I think it was, then these two needed to put a partnership on, and they have. The fall of the third was at 72, so you being the maths man, Marcy, then what's that partnership looking like at the moment? Better fielding there from Chowdhury.
Exactly 100 runs after that single from Salonen, which brings up his 50. So that is the 100 partnership. Excellent batting by both.
Hold on, no, I don't think it is. That's 72. 72 was the loss of the third wicket. Are we on it? Oh, yeah.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, you're right. I'm looking at both their
You're looking
scores.
at two of them's got 50s there.
72, so that brings us quick maths around 80, I guess.
Facing, and that's full. Quite get hold of it.
We'll say 75.
Yeah.
Don't hold me to that.
Is that the end of the over?
That is the end of the
over.
over.
It was 158.
Yeah.
So 8 off that one.
Yeah,
so 28 plus 58. What's that? 80, 86, is it? The partnership?
Yeah, that's exactly what I said.
Yeah, I thought so. And he's going to trust Rehan.
That's why I'm a commentator, not a scorer.
I was just about to say, is he going to trust Rehan to bowl the 19th? He is. As we can see coming to the top of his mark. And it'll be Mohan facing. Let's just see what sort of field he's going to set now. Are they going to remain with this?
Yeah, Rehman.
Funky arrangements.
Going for 26 off of his first 3. Has taken a wicket. But was punished in his last season with a few 6s. And it is Mohan's face, the first ball. Short.
Oh, my word. I was going to say, that's now just become the biggest of the day.
Dispatched with some disdain.
Way over the boundary ditch into the probably the most difficult part of the long grass, because that's an area where the municipal machinery doesn't actually get to. So whether, I think it looks like Akil Arjunan that's out there. Is he going to find that? Looks around about that area, I think. Oh, maybe he did manage to follow it. He did. Good man. Well done. There we go. We train these national team players well. Keep your eye on the ball at all times. So Rehman has just been dispatched disdainfully, as my commentary partner Marcel quite rightly said. Mohan, when he gets hold of you, it looks like disdainful as well, and he's got lovely, lovely timing. I mean, that was a 6 on any ground in the world. And again,
that's the one.
Fuller, yeah.
Full outside off. I think someone might have mentioned those balls before.
Can't remember who it was. Anyway, just a single, so 6 and a 1 for the first 2 balls of the 19th. It'll be, I suspect Salonen is not going to be thinking about anything at all except boundary shots from here on in. As you said earlier, you've got power still in the shed. I think Nick will be thinking that, what's that, 10 balls to go? He's going to be looking for, if he's facing them, probably 30 off. Anyway, Rehman in, let's see what he delivers. It's a fuller length, just tiny him up a little bit.
Pushing for 2.
Mohan's going to try and come back for a second, and he makes it with a good throw. We were interested, but throw wasn't good enough.
No, a bit wide of the The ball again, very good running by these two.
They have run well, haven't they? I mean, it's been a clear marker for the national team guys pushing every single single that they can. And that's he's not timed that, not timed it, and
Oh,
Zeb
well
takes
taken.
a wonderful catch at long off, just coming around. Managed to read the depth a little bit better than down in the other direction earlier on in the innings, and Salonen departs for how many? Marcy?
58.
58. Lovely knock.
Oh, excuse me, 52. 52 off 31 balls.
So 167, is it?
Yeah.
And the loss of the 4th wicket. So Rahman picks up one. As ever with this T20 cricket, always about small margins. That was literally just a couple of feet inside the boundary up. Zeb doing a good job coming around. Managed to keep himself inside the boundary, taking a nice catch at the end. Got both hands to it.
Yeah, very good catch.
And who's joined him? Oh, we have our left-hander, Mr. Majid, our son Umer Majid to be correct, shirt number 64, and he hits the ball a long way. So I mean, he's going to be doing exactly what I was saying about Nick previously.
He's a new name for me. Let's pull up his stats and see what he's about. He said he's a big striker of the ball. I myself a left-hander, but not such a big striker of the ball.
A nerdler, would you say?
A nerdler, yeah. Yeah, I was more of a runner.
Come back for a second, and they do. Another wayward throw. Yeah, he's been around for he's been around for a few years. We had him in a couple of camps in the winter, just having a look at him. He scored a fair few runs last season, and also speaks some Finnish as well. So
very good. Yeah, you were
slap.
Saying, he slapped it down the ground for 4. Zeb couldn't get there, despite his best efforts. And as you were saying, a prolific striker of the ball.
Yeah, he doesn't.
176.
As on any day of the week, I don't think he normally has too many defensive shots in his armoury. And coming in at this stage of the innings, as he is, then yeah, I think he's just got one task in hand, and that is just to smash it as far as he possibly can in all directions. 173 for 4. Are we looking at the end of the 19th?
173 for 4. Yep. We move into the last over.
Just if you're watching that from the screen, I'm not, so I'm looking at the scoreboard, the wonderful digital scoreboard here at the Kerava National Ground, which is way over 100 meters from where we are. So the digits are just being tested, but yeah, I can see that one. I don't see the rest of the digits, but I can see 173 for 4. So that's good to know that with my glasses on, I can still see that far. And it will be skipper Naveed Shahid to bowl the final. Yeah, 20th over.
Mohan facing.
How many is he on?
58 currently.
58.
Off of 39 balls, so around 150 strike rate.
He's in. Straight. Just outside off. Dabs that one away. They're going to come back for a second. I suspect they will. Fielder's a little bit slow coming around to gather, and there's no question of cutting off the second. So field-wise now set for these last 5 balls. We've got a regular long off, regular long on. We've got a deep cow corner. We've got a deep mid-wicket and a deep extra cover right on the boundary. Mohan pumps that one towards cow corner, who, sadly to say, as Greater Helsinki have done for most of this innings, poor bit of fielding. I think he hit it well, but for me that was something that the fielder's got to get something on.
Yeah, I had to say, having played a bit of white ball cricket, when it's hit flat like that towards you as a fielder, it is sometimes quite difficult to pick it out the fence, because it is fully fenced, and when the fence is white here, so if the shot is flat, it can be quite difficult to pick it up early. It looked like in that case as well, the fielder didn't pick it up quick enough to get a hand on it.
I'll say okay, but I'm not having any of that. But, yeah. That's your job out there. Pick him up. Take the sunnies on, whatever you need to make sure that you can pick the ball up. Anyway, they bring up 180 with that single, which brings Majid back on to strike, the left-hander. A few tweaks of the field.
Yeah, the 2 left-handers facing off now. Captain a left-handed bowler coming over the wicket.
feeds in to Majid straight, and he's hit that one towards long on. I suspect they will push the second. Mohan just jogs back. I don't think if any of the time that I would have batted, I would have ever looked as though I was nice and calm jogging back for that second in the final over, as Aravind Mohan then did. He's decided that I've got enough time to make it down the other end, no rush. That one has gone down the leg side. Is
looking to rush the bowler there.
Yeah,
was Majid.
Probably saw him and over-adjusted.
Yep.
So victory to the batter. He gets another ball. One extra to the score. Mohan's going to have a quick word with him. What do you think he's saying, Marcy? Let me take the last one, or
swing at it.
Swing at it. What's he got to swing at? He's got a wide long off. He's got a long off, long on just in front of the scorer's box, and deep square leg. Couple of bounces that are going to go. Fielders are chasing after. We're going to see a dive. We're not. We're not.
Yeah, lackluster fielding today by the great Helsinki Markhors.
I was going to say, you're not going to tell me that that was the problem of the white boundary fence, are you? I mean, that's
no.
that was literally just, I don't know. It just looks lazy, doesn't it? That was, again, there was a dive in for there. They did the right thing by two of them chasing it, but neither of them decided that they really wanted it.
Both of them left it for each other. I mean, probably could have knocked off a good 20 runs.
Oh yeah, I think so.
This total.
I think so.
With a slightly better, well, quite a bit better fielding as we go into the last ball of the innings. It's full and it's driven down the ground again to the fielder, who this time does collect it and will restrict Majid to 2 runs, and that does bring the end of the innings 189.
189, so 190 to win.
Yeah, 190 to win.
It's going to be a knock.
Mohan finishes on 65, and Majid made a very rapid 14, as you said.
How many did he face?
5 balls, so strike rate of 280.
Yep. Having seen our friend Arsan a few occasions clearing all sorts of boundaries. He's one of these that's, I think he's cleared this sound barrier.
Second innings will start at 12:45, so in about 13 minutes. A good score put on by Empire, 190 to win. I'm just looking at some of the batting stats for the Great Helsinki Markhors. They do have some very capable batting, and they do bat relatively deep. 7 of their players making over 100 runs this season, with the top batter being Rehman, with 308 runs at a strike rate of 127. After him, Zeb, with 277 runs over 14 matches at a strike rate of 136. Atif Rashid, 246 runs from 14 matches, strike rate of 130. So it's not over yet. Empire have put on a good total though, one of the highest of the season when I was having a look at how some of the other matches across the FPL season this year have ended. So it is up there with one of the top scores, but it is very nice batting conditions, a quick outfield as we said, and I think it will come down to fielding and stopping those extra boundaries and taking those catches, as it so often does in this format of the game, where the batsmen do have to take risks.
Yeah, and they will be forced to take risks. Obviously, Marcel to chase 190. Just looking at what I expect to be the bowling lineup for Empire. Amjad Sher, Nick Salonen and Raz Mohammed will all bowl seams, and I suspect they'll all bowl four each, or they'll be hoping to bowl 4 each. None of them get destroyed by the Greater Helsinki batters, so there'll be 12 overs. Then Hariharan will more likely bowl, and after that they've sort of a mix. Nabin Sabkote has done some bowling, Vani has bowled the odd over, so they're sort of, since our world record holder Mahesh Tambe, who is a world record holder for taking 5 wickets with the least number of balls in T20 International. He did that for Finland against Estonia last month in Tallinn. He moved mid-season to Helsinki Cricket Club, and Empire haven't really replaced his overs. Youngster Kripesh Sangrula is not in the 11 today. He's bowled. He's only 17, I think. He's certainly a huge potential for the future. He's bowled some overs for Empire this summer. But looking at it critically, I'd say they're bowler short. But let's see. I mean, you know, as I said, Harry Van and Nabin will be making up the remainder of those overs after the main three seamers. So it'll be interesting. 190 is a tough chase on any day of the week. So do join us again in approximately 10 minutes' time.
Yeah, we'll take a short break. See you in 10. Alright, welcome back to our viewers. We are about to start the second innings with the greater Helsinki Markhors. Now batting to chase, 190 to win, set by the Empire Lions in the first innings with the standout batsmen Van Badal and Mohan making the majority of the runs, with a nice little cameo by Majid at the end of the innings. Just have a check at who's opening the batting. I think it is he's just swinging his bat, so it's hard to say. It's number 18, if I'm not wrong. So Rehman, the top scorer this year, will be facing, and with him, believe it was number 5, Atif Rashid. I may be wrong. My colleague can confirm in a moment. Bowling, it looks, is that Nicola Salonen? As it comes up, right arm over. It is the first ball of the second innings. Oh, full. Just patted down with his gloves by Rehman. Slightly shorter stature. It is number 42. Nicola Salonen opening the bowling for the Empire Lions, who do have a slip-in. Something that the Greater Helsinki Markhors didn't opt for. Van Pedal there. Hands at the ready. Full once more this time. More leg side. There's a chance in the infield just over the fielder at mid-wicket. Might have been Jordan O'Brien, I'm not quite sure. He was doing his best to get there, but couldn't quite get a hand on it, so not quite timed by Rehman. But they will scrape a single for the first runs. And now it is, I believe, Atif Rashid at the striker's end. Oh, that's a loose delivery by Salonen. Wide down leg, and actually Jordan O'Brien is obviously behind the wicket as the keeper, so it wasn't him at mid-wicket trying to catch the ball on the previous ball. Pulled in the gap. It was going towards the boundary, and it will be the first boundary of the day. Of the innings, rather, by Atif Rashid. Slapped. It was short, but definitely on the offside, so he's done well to work that over to the vacant, more vacant onside. Straight to mid-wicket this time by Atif for no run. Just having a look at the field setup here. Power play overs are in play, so maximum 2 outside the circle. And it is a very wide, long off and long on. Sorry, wide, fine leg and third man, I should say. That's hit right in the up in the air, and it will go to the third man, who comes in, will take the catch. Riaz Mohammed there, I think, trying to get it. Got to it, but was running at such a pace that couldn't control himself to take the catch. A chance there. For the wicket of Atif Rashid. They do scrape a single while the ball's in the air, as Salonen begins the run-up for the final ball of the over. Rehman facing. Leg side, tickled over for a quick single. And that will be the end of the first over.
8, which is exactly the same as the first over of the Empire innings.
Yeah, and a chance gone begging once again, which was similar as well to the Markhors innings. Few early chances. It was number 8 for Empire. Raz Mohammed coming in, running in, one of the 2 players out. Deep third man, deep fine leg, very wide. Went to the third man area. Had to run in from the boundary rope.
Tough one.
Yeah, tough one. Landed right on the circle, on the inner circle. So that's a good 20 meters he had to, 30 meters he had to make before getting to the ball. But it was up in the air long enough for him to get there, but difficult when you're running at that pace. Now, have a look, it will be Amjad Sher, another national team bowler, taking the second over for Empire.
So 9.6 is the run rate required off 19 overs with the DLS par at the end of the first of 7, so they're ahead of that. Not that we're looking like we're going to need any DLS scores here today with this lovely weather.
Full by Sher. Swung to the onside. To the deep mid-wicket boundary, the 2 players out. Deep mid-wicket. And long on. Oh, tried to play to the onside. It was full on the off stump.
Just
Maybe
a bit of drift.
Bit of drift, yeah. More of a cut shot, but as said, favouring the onside for the big scoring shots.
Shares in again.
Oh, bit of
Rinse and
drift again.
repeat. Yeah.
A more conventional field set up by the Empire skipper. Skamans, I believe it is. Jonathan Skamans. Often behind the stumps with the gloves. But now, today, didn't bat actually today. So, purely focusing on captaincy role and fielding. So, as Sia comes in again, this time bit leg side. They do take a single. We'll see if the umpire signals any bat involved, or is it a leg bye? No, yep, leg bye it is. Now that I'm standing up, doing the ball by ball commentary, there's a bit of wind today. You don't really feel it when you're sitting down looking at the stats. Sher can see a bit of a slower ball, just tickled between the point and gully fielder, and it will be another boundary. So 1 boundary and over rate at the moment. Nicely played.
He timed it well, didn't he?
Yeah, excellent control by Rahman. Finding the gap there. No fielder out on the offside, so all the protection on the boundary is on the leg side. Sher continues, for which must be the final ball of the over. Full, dug out by Rahman for a single, and that will be the end of the second. Ten off 2 so far, is it? No, there must be more than that. The scoreboard hasn't updated. 15 off 2, so slightly behind the run rate. Obviously, it's early in the innings, but the Greater Helsinki Markhors will have to make the most of the power play overs if they are to reach the 190 target, which they need to make their way to the grand final tomorrow against SKK. There's Jonathan Skaman there has a little word with the opening bowler Salonen. I've been told to pronounce it.
Thank you.
I'm not allowed to pronounce it for our international viewers. Salonen. Oh, as maybe a bug or something else gets in the eyes of Rahman as he's getting ready to face that delivery.
Looks like it'd been hit by a bouncer, doesn't it?
Yeah. Must have been a big bee or bug. And once again, Salonen in. Short again, well bowled. Rahman attempting to hook it.
Right over middle, that from this view here.
Yeah.
Actually, right over the top of middle stump into the keeper's gloves.
Is that a usual bowling setup for Salonen? Short bumpers.
Yeah, very much so.
Yep.
His quicker ball is definitely a surprise ball, and that just back of a length.
Fuller this time, just outside the off stump. Again, Rahman tried to play that to the leg side, despite the ball not being there for that shot.
Must have shaved the varnish, I think, that one.
Very.
What it missed, I don't know.
Very close indeed.
Let's watch that one on the replay.
Sam does make contact with the ball, not very cleanly, but will get a single as the ball goes to mid wicket and is returned to Salonen. Salonen.
Come on, you're more Finnish.
I know.
You're more Finnish than you're giving away.
I'm commentating in English, that's why.
Doesn't matter, I'm still Armitage in any language.
Armi Taginen.
No.
Wide outside the off stump and it's cut away by Atif Rashid. It's a nice shot and it looks like it will go all the way to the boundary, and it will. Very nice shot there by Rashid. Was wider there for the taking.
Looking at that from here, literally sort of as we are right behind the keeper, so it's a much better view than we had before. I think Nick looks as though he was sort of trying to do something different with that one and dragged it wide, because he's been pretty straight all the way through, and then that was just needlessly wide, and a length which is straight, then it's fine, but that length wide is just asking to be hit.
It's a good comeback ball.
Yeah, much better ball again.
Like you said, similar ball, just better line this time.
Probably got 6 in there, couldn't you, really? I mean, it's such a difficult ball to get away.
Yeah.
Nippy little pace as well, you know, he's deceptive. He doesn't really run in all that quickly, but his quick arm.
One thing I learned, I'll come back to it in a minute, as Salonen comes in again. A similar ball, this time defended by Rashid for no run, was the importance of the wrist flick. When I was attending Portsmouth University, we had a bowling...
I forgot you'd been there, yeah, of course, yeah.
We had a bowling coach.
What years were they? What are we talking?
2009 to 12, I believe, or 8 to 11, one or the other.
So that was pre-Kerava groundwork?
That was. I came back for summer holidays from university,
thinking
and then
you were going to get a holiday.
Exactly. Well, look at the splendour I've created. Like I said, one of the ends should be named after me, Andy. I'm still working on that.
Still working on it, yeah. Don't call us, we'll call you again.
It is shared to continue from the water tower end. But yeah, the flicking of the wrist generate that extra pace.
Absolutely.
Something I hadn't even realised to think about before I went to university in Portsmouth.
Did you master it?
That's a wonderful shot by Rahman. Spanked back down the ground.
Straight past the umpire.
Straight. Towards us, fortunately, not in the air, so it will only be 4 runs. I didn't master it. I did practice it at home. You know, you get a tennis ball against the wall.
Yep.
Getting that?
Yep.
Because we used to have net practice inside, and there was a certain very tall, lanky bowler from South Africa who used to take probably about 3-step run-up and bowl, and I'd never seen anything as quick as that. And I thought, how can you generate that much pace without any run-up? And he said, it's all in the wrist.
Yeah.
As Share comes back in, full again, this time played by Rahman, but it goes straight to the mid-on fielder, who delivers it back for no run. Good comeback ball.
Yeah, I think in later years, let's say it that way, I lost that completely. The wrist thing was always something that we used to train back in the day, back in Manchester, where I'm originally from.
Again driven, bit of a misfield there.
Body on it though.
Yep. We'll take a single though, so Atif Rashid takes a strike.
I think, you know, going back to the first innings again, looking at that, you know, there's a difference there. You know, you get something on it to make sure that you stop it. It doesn't have to look good.
Yep.
And Greater Helsinki, unfortunately, let quite a few of those through that went to the boundary.
That's Rashid tries to rush Amjad's share, but it's beaten for pace. Yeah, I mean nowadays I remember the days back in the early days of playing cricket. We used to play on gravel, so getting your body behind it, similar style to the Empire Field Adjusted, was not something you would really do. But I remember when KNCG opened up, and the first grass stains I got on my whites. I didn't want to wash them. Yeah, that's right. That's wide down leg by Cher.
Way wide, yeah.
Yeah.
If ever there was a double wide, that would have been it.
But yeah, it does. I would say it's not even real cricket if you can't do a knee slide and you know play on grass. It makes such a difference to enjoyment of the game and the whole feeling and the atmosphere, and obviously also how the ball acts. Those gravel fields are very quick and often smaller. As Cher continues, it's hit by Atif in the air. It is aerial. There's a fielder behind him, but he misjudges it, and it is one bounce four. It was coming in. It was in the air for quite a time, and if he would have just stuck where he was on the boundary rope, that would have been a relatively easy opportunity. It was number 64 who was under it. Majid, the left-hander. So another opportunity, kind of similar to the first innings. Opportunities now in the power play overs, not taken. Cher continues to Atif. Similar kind of attempt of a shot. This time doesn't get it right at all, and it goes to square leg fielder.
Brightest shoes in the Empire team, Harihara and Dandapani, I think that is.
That's right, that's right. And I was wrong. Raz Mohammed does not have his red shoes on. It is Dandapani. Maybe they've got
swapped.
Maybe they've got like one player gets to wear the bright shoes every match. It's kind of like MVP. Well, he is Mohan. Oh, that's Dandapani, isn't he? It's different to Mohan.
Yeah, 30 at the end of 4. The comparison score at the end of 4 for the Empire Innings was 39 without loss. So there's only 9 runs in it currently. Run rate required exactly 10 from 16, so 160 from 16.
It's bowling change. It does look like it's the man who we expected to have the red shoes at the end of his run-up.
Oh, you did.
Raz Mohammed, yeah. He does have blue shoes from what I can see. It's quite a far way away from me, but it does look like he's got some colour as he comes in. A skiddy bowler, short stature. Outside off, straight to point. For no run by Rahman.
Still got the slip in, as you were mentioning in the first innings. Not much of a slipper field. So
no.
Collins it is 59. It's at what's that, 1.5?
Yeah. Not a lot of action yet. Full again by Raz. Outside the off stump. Playing a miss by Rahman. As the slip might be coming out now.
Yep,
looks like he is.
Commentator's curse on slip fielders, wasn't it?
I guess Raz Mohammed keeps it low, so Amjad, Cher and Solonen more likely to get something to carry there. Raz Mohammed was on middle stump and swung away to the leg side for 1. Mistimed again, so Rahman not quite in his rhythm yet. Atif Rashid has made better connections with the ball, although he did nearly lose his wicket last over, going aerial. Now we have a change in the field slightly. 2 players out on the leg side, deep square leg. Deep long on, again outside the off and a swing to the onside. Misses everything, but you've got a better view, Andy, and based on Raz Mohammed's reaction, he wasn't far off.
No, it wasn't quite the Salonen shaved the lacquer off the off-stick one from the previous over from that end, but it wasn't far away either. You can't help but think that...
down leg this time, tickled away by Atif. I would say run it up, Padal's giving chase. Oh, good effort. Does make it to the boundary rope, despite the dive from Vanny. Nice missed sight of the ball. Just having a look at this construction, Andy. Is this supposed to be?
That's Stevie Law's construction. I think that's
Yeah,
that's a safety bolt. I think there's nothing else that's there for.
I'm feeling slightly more nervous being what are we, 15 meters off the ground?
Well, not quite.
Not quite. What, 10 meters? Something like that? I don't know.
I think the top level is about 10, 11. I think we're probably around about 6 or 7 here.
There's a loose ball that I've just clocked onto as I'm standing here.
Ooh.
Slapped back towards the bowler. Came off his shins. I'm sure that hurt a little bit. Did he get a hand on it? Was it a dropped opportunity? Difficult to say. Still, no real protection behind him apart from the long on. So, probably stopped quite a few runs by putting his body on the line. Raz Mohammed, as that brings the end of
36.
The over. 36 for no loss. Off of 5 overs.
And again, the comparison to the first innings, Empire lost their first wicket in the 5th, so they were 45 for the loss of 1 at the end of the 5th. So not a lot in it.
Will be the man with the colourful shoes, Dandapani. Off spinner, if I remember correctly. Coming in, so introducing bit of a slower bowler now. See, still got one over of the power play to go, I believe.
Yep, this is the last of the power play.
Yeah, this is the last of the power play. So interesting to see what is done with the field. Looks like 2 players out on the onside again. Catching, it is Atif, so...
Can't see down here. Is this a straight long on, is it?
No, yeah, becoming straight, so there's a long on, yeah.
Yeah.
I think cow corner's the other one, just being moved around a little bit.
So if anything else to go by, the DLS pass score is exactly 36. So it's all interesting here at the moment.
Dandapani around the wicket. We'll start off with a very wide. A loosener, as we would have called that back in the day. Atif will be looking to target the leg side, so it'll be interesting to see who wins this battle. It's a loopy one, and Atif does try and swing it into orbit, but makes no contact, and it's collected by Jordan O'Brien behind the stumps. There is a wicket in the air, I believe. Again, a full toss, very full by Dandapani, but Atif Rashid not being able to capitalise on slightly too full of a length bowling. It's better ball, back of a length, gone straight through him. And swinging hard to the leg side. So far, a good over. Better length again this time. Atif Rashid does make connection and he gets it over the fielder square of the wicket, and there's no protection behind there, so that will be 4 runs. Few plays and misses, or when he does connect, more often than not, it is 4s and 6s by Atif Rashid. Again, surprising enough, he didn't have a bowl, even though he was one of the Greater Helsinki Markhors standout bowlers this season. But they are trusting him with the bat in the opening partnership with his partner Rahman. So that's 5 off the over so far, 1 wide and 1 boundary, and I believe there's around 1 or 2 balls to go still.
2, I think.
Again, full and again swung, and similar shot.
For me, he's got to have a man there. I mean, that's Rashid. He's going to play that all day, no matter where Harry's going to put it.
Yeah, exactly. See if the skipper Skamans, they're having a chat with Dandapani, the bowler. See if they do make a fielding change. No, looks like they're sticking to it, deciding to protect cow corner rather than the square area. I mean, 5 players on the onside, and we haven't seen a shot in that direction yet. As he steps across his stumps, Dandapani tries to put it wide, but again, it's played square, and again, it beats the fielder there. It's another, so 3 boundaries from that over. Started off well, apart from the wide, but once Atif did get his radar in, It was not quite fireworks, but
Not far from it.
not far from it either.
I
Yeah.
don't quite get it. I mean, I was just saying earlier, I mean, I don't think he's got anything straight through long gone.
No.
And knowing Atif, as these guys do, I just can't follow whatsoever why they wouldn't have somebody as a regular cow.
Yeah.
You basically have a deep mid and a deep mid and a cow corner. That's only 2 you need out for that over, and you know, they've given away. You'd probably say that as none of those actually sailed over for maximums, then they've given away pretty much 12 runs.
Yeah. I would say it was more in the deep square leg region that Rashid was targeting there.
Yeah, maybe he was targeting, but he ended up pretty much then going through you know, deep mid wicket, and there was nobody there, having sort of the regular long on and a sort of a straighter cow corner. It wasn't even in cow, was it? I mean, I'd say cow corner is probably more like that, where the tarps are there for that side of the of the wicket to him. And I would have expected anybody that is a decent fielder out there to have stopped any of those to go through the boundary. But anyway, is what it is. Mohammed in again.
Oh, that's in the air. Difficult chance, got high up. He does get there, but he does drop it. So another
following him
opportunity
again,
gone.
isn't it? That's Majid, isn't it? I think
That
64.
Is. Yep.
The one that was
on
his bum out here when the ball just got over his head.
Yep. Another opportunity goes down. Was that Rashid? I think it must have been there. I think they did take a single while it was in the air, and it is now Rahman on strike. So another opportunity goes down. So unnecessary runs given, and also opportunities missed, as that is bumped over the wicket keeper Jordan O'Brien for another single to put Rashid back on strike. So who sets the field for you, Andy? Is it the captain or the bowler? Going back to the previous over.
For me, you know, I mean, I think given the fact that this particular empire, I mean, I wouldn't give a general answer to that question. I think given this empire side, and Jonathan has played a lot of cricket with Hari and played a lot of cricket with Atif and Zia, you know, I'd say that you know, that's got to be a skipper's call for me.
Yeah. Attempted cut.
I think you know, given the fact that you know, where we're currently at, which is pretty much even Stevens at this moment. You know, if you think the end of the power play, Empire with 53 for 1, and that over that Harry bowled that went for quite a few for 40, so they're 49. So there's only 4 runs in it.
Yep.
And you know, that's going to be could well be a. Oh, there's another chance has gone down. Blimey.
Yeah, straight to the field.
Skamins, I think it was.
Yeah, straight to him. Slightly to his left. Got his hands up.
No gloves on.
No, that must be it. That must be it. So there's 2 opportunities in 3 balls there from Raz Mohammed's bowling.
Yeah, I mean,
one top edge. No, not a top edge. One skider, and another one straight to the fielder as he comes in again, and another top edge. Can they take this opportunity? It is over the fielder at third man, and a misfield as well as he tries to back heel it from the boundary rope, but misses it. So, as they say, it's all gone Pete Tong at the moment for Empire.
So what are we sticking with? Your idea that you mentioned in the first innings that it's a bit chilly? I mean, come on. It's like what? I mean, we're talking... well, my phone says it's partly cloudy and 16 degrees. So, I mean, for me, originally, back in the day, Manchester weather, this is like about the warmest it got. So, I mean, it's beautiful. I mean, it's just, you know, you wouldn't say this is a cold day at all. I mean, we're up here 7 meters up, and it's...
this time
I say it's if you're a bowler in this this innings, like the stumps. I mean, that's the way things are going.
Taking matters into his own hand there, not trusting the field anymore. He's clean bowled him. Good ball. That is the end of Rahman.
I think I was going to say before, but with these catches that kept going down, I was just looking at these 2 batters and basically where the lines that the bowlers were bowling, and you can't help but think that neither of them really have much of a game on the offside. And you know, looking at it, even bowling straight and trying to play those across the line was playing, you know, risky shots. And it's that 57. So we're pretty much even. Stevens 56 for 1 against 57 for 1 at the end of the 7th. The 2 comparative scores.
Yeah, you were asking me what the reason for the misfields and the drop catches. I did say maybe the slightly colder weather than before in the season, but there's no real excuse. I mean, some of those opportunities have been more difficult than others, but there's been some regulation catches that have gone down for both teams. So maybe fielding practice is the key word.
Yeah, I think by the looks of it, national team head coach Taku Kazano has just woken up in Amsterdam. Greetings all the way over there to the Netherlands. Missed the first innings, coach.
Yeah, forget running between the wickets. We need some catching practice.
Yeah, we talked about running between the wickets, which was probably one of the big points of the first innings, especially that partnership between Salonen and Mohan. And then yeah, we're definitely moving on to catching practice again here, having what we saw in the first innings. I think how many went down? 4 or 5, something like that.
Yeah,
at
4
least.
or 5. Yeah.
And then some shabby football style, which was shabby football fielding as well. Never mind shabby cricket fielding. And then we haven't seen any of the footy from the Empire fielders, but we've seen some.
We actually did. You're sitting down, so you didn't see it, but
So there was some footwork down here.
Yeah, the last 4 was some poor footwork.
Change of spin. I think, as I said in the innings break, it'd be interesting to see who would be the 4th and 5th bowler. And Nabin Sabkoda was one that I mentioned, and he's just come on now for his first over from the water tower end.
Nice rhythm. I haven't seen him before. Nice rhythm, quick arm action. First ball, nice and full. Beat the batsman.
Rashid that's facing. Yeah.
Nice action.
Yeah,
well bowled again.
That's just the line and length that he needs to bowl to Atif, I think.
Yeah, just a little bit back of a length. He doesn't get a lot of height on the ball, so just skims it through. Maybe he has a loopier delivery, but these are all pretty flat as Atif does connect this time, and he does go on towards long on, but just hits the ground in front of him. It'll be returned for 1 run, and now we have the new batsman on strike. Who's that, Andy?
Farouk Zeb.
Farouk Zeb. All right. If I remember correctly, he was one of the other batters to watch who'd made a significant amount of runs over the FPL season. We've said both teams do bat quite deep. Zeb faces his first delivery from Sabkota. Bit back of a length, just nurdled into the onside for a single. So now they do have that man deep square leggish, offering some protection. Obviously leg spinner this time, not the off spinner, but as we said, Atif, he knows his strong areas, and we will look to play leg side. There we go again, this time straight to the cow corner fielder, who does get his body behind it, stops the boundary.
Amjad down there, was it?
Yep.
Yeah, I think national team skipper is definitely not going to get away with any fumbling fielding down there, especially now that coach is watching as well. Well, save the boundary down there with a couple of bounces. This game is just moving himself into short mid. Or, yeah.
Full on the offside, driven very nicely through the kind of extra cover region.
I was just going to say, nice flight, but a nice shot as well.
Yeah. So Zeb obviously does play offside as well. You were talking about 360 batters. Yep. So Atif Rashid is a 180 batter, mostly.
64.
Zeb there with a very nice drive for 4 off the second ball he's faced, and that is the over.
So looking at quite it's very similar to the first innings, isn't it, at the moment? I mean, there's literally 4 runs in it, 64 for 1, Greater Helsinki currently, and Empire was 60 for the loss of 1 wicket. The 8th over was bowled by a spinner in both innings, and as I mentioned earlier, I was wondering then where the spin overs were going to come from, and it looks like it's going to be Van Padal who's going to take the 9th, and this could be a critical over here because Harry got pumped for 13 in his 1 over by Atif, so the skipper is probably going to be thinking a little bit whether he's going to risk bringing him back on again. Nabin didn't bowl too badly. I mean, that was a nice ball, but as an equally good shot, that last ball of the over that went for the boundary. Otherwise, the over was good.
Yeah.
So I suspect he'll probably give now been another one, and then
Have to remember that power play overs are over, so they can, or the umpire skipper can offer more protection to the spin bowlers, as Padal sends the first one down the track, and he gets nurdled for a 1 to the extra cover fielder.
yeah,
Good
Van will
running there.
I think Van will be just looking to sort of bowl those little offy darts and try and keep it down to singles if you can.
Yeah, we got deep square leg, deep cow corner, deep long on. What else have we got? Deep mid wicket and a deep long off. Slightly obscured by the hut. I didn't spot him straight away.
The umpire's asking him to take some taping off his fingers. I mentioned earlier he's had some finger injuries this season as well. Like maybe umpire Trinity not happy with.
Double-sided tape, is it?
Yeah, I don't know.
Bit of extra purchase on the ball as he sends his offy darts again. For no run.
So we've got long on, cow corner, deep mid, and extra cover on the rope.
Yep, Zeb facing again. This time pushed towards that long off fielder just for a single. So that wicket has brought a slight fall in the run rate, I believe, as they always do, as a new batsman looks to play himself in. It is now Rashid on strike, so we know the area where he's going to be looking to target.
He's 34 from 28 currently.
Ooh, chance for a caught and bowled there. He's lost his sunnies.
And as I mentioned, finger injuries and caught and bowling. Oh dear.
Atif there looked to apologise to him.
Yeah, he knows.
Yeah, difficult opportunity there, especially with his finger injury.
Yeah, sorry about that one, Padgy. I think he said. Oh, that hurts.
Shakes it off. This time to Zeb. A bit of a slower one, floatier ball, and Zeb dispatches it for 6. Full toss after that attempted caught and bowled, and it is sent all the way for a...
It looked like a numb fingers 6, didn't it?
What are we going to say this time? For a Tikkurila maximum. He went over the Tikkurila signs.
Yeah, I suppose we would.
So we'll say it was a Tikkurila maximum. And then we'll say something about the best paint in the world.
Although those are old boundary boards, I think that's their old logo, so we need to revamp the old Tikkurila sponsorship deal. Tikkurila being the paint company, as you said, that donated most of the paint for this boundary fence all those years ago. We could revamp the Tikkurila boundary boards with their new logo and repaint or rebuild most of the boundary fence while we're at it. All that spare time you've got these days, Matt. Marcy.
Well, work never stops on a cricket ground, does it? Never-ending project, although it is improving the infrastructure every year as Vanni continues. This time a better ball outside off, and that's the end of the over.
73 for 1.
73 for 1, as Andy just mentioned. So
still 4 ahead of what they were. So it was 4 ahead at the end of the 4 ahead at the end of the ninth. 69 for the loss of 2 Empire woes. It was Van Raj bowling the 9th, but he was also the wicket that fell in the 9th of the Empire innings to Zeb. So we've got Van bowling to Zeb, and Zeb was the one that bowled to Van to get him out in the first inning. So
it's Sabkota now to continue though from the water tower end. Or maybe we can start calling it the commentary tower end.
Well, yeah, I could even do that. What do they call that? The box at Lord's. You know, the great big. It's like a spaceship, doesn't it?
Yeah, and I can visualize it, but I don't know or remember the name.
They tend to refer to it as the main sponsor end, don't they? As well, whoever the main sponsor happens to be at the time.
Yeah, it's nurdled by a tee for a single. Too long off. Amjad Sher there returns the ball to Sabkota.
So Atif's 36 from 30 and Farooq Zeb 12 from 6 currently. Strike rate of 200. Easy one.
It is Zeb on strike. Similar field. 3 on the onside on the boundary. 2 on the offside. That's a wide ball. looked like he tried to bowl a googly there. Enticed the batsman into a mistake, but didn't get it quite right. Nice to see some variation. I expect he'll go back to his regular leg spin now. Short and pulled away to the deep square leg fielder. Just a single. Raz Mohammed down there, the fielder to return it. Full on the offside, smashed away the leg. It will be a chance again. It's gone down. It's that man I mentioned, Raz Mohammed. It's gone straight to him. But it's like a bar of soap, that ball today.
I was going to say, you couldn't have picked him out. It was literally right in the bucket.
It was.
My word.
Yeah, bowlers aren't getting a lot of support from the field today. Plenty of opportunities.
Just watching the replay, yes, the camera did catch it. Oh, my word, so you did see that.
Full this time, half an appeal. Bit of miscommunication as the...
How did he put that down? I don't think it was balanced again. You know, it's fielding practice and with all the national sides this summer is very much about trying to get yourself balanced before you take the catch, and that just looked as though he was still moving.
In and out. I mean, with the first drop that Mohammed had when he was running full pelt, you can understand it, but that one was straight in the breadbasket, so to speak, and put down. Was it Zeb or Atif? Do you remember? I think it was Zeb. I think it was Zeb, I'm not sure. They do target the onside. Sabkota comes in once more, outside off stump. It is the googly, similar delivery to the one that went wide. Good movement on that googly as well.
I was just going to say, a lovely delivery. It was came really well back in.
Yeah,
the right-hander.
End of the over. Yeah, is he a new member of the Empire squad?
No, he's been around for a few seasons. He's a young fella. He's originally Nepalese background, I think. He's been in Finland though for quite a few years. He's one of the young guys that we've had a little bit of a look at over the last few seasons. He's not played all that much cricket, but you know, we were looking at him when he was a sort of a 17, 18-year-old, and a sort of a longer term potential.
Yeah.
I think he's been working on his game and looks as though he's, you know, he's certainly from that I've not seen him bowl googlies before, so that's something else he's been working on quite clearly. So that's halfway stage anyway. 78 for the loss of 1 wicket, and just to do the comparison again, 74 for 3 Empire were. So it's interesting. I mean, Empire's second half was 115 in the last 10, and 112 is the requirement now for Greater Helsinki. So very similar situations here that we're looking at.
Yeah, tight game. There's a single taken by, I believe it was Zeb.
Yep, Rashid now on strike.
Yeah. Second ball of Van Pedal, second over. Or third ball starting now. Yeah, I have to say, very nice action from what I saw on Sabkota. Looks promising. Obviously, there's been quite a few good leggies in Finnish cricket in the national team before. Kuchi, Oba, these guys. So good to see some more leg spinners coming through, as it is a single from Atif, just played on to long off, looking for a second but not there. And a few balls ago there was a half a shout for LBW from Van Badal, but from where I was standing it was clearly going down leg.
Yeah.
As it is now Seb back on strike. And well bowled by Van Badal. Before, he used to be strictly a batsman from what I remember, so he's obviously been working on his game as well.
Well, it all depends how far back you want to go. If you speak with Vanny, he'll tell you how he was always a seamer as well until a back injury as a teenager, late teenager.
That was a long time. That's quite far back.
I was going to say
it's in the air again. This time it's taken.
There we go. Look
Finally.
at that. That's the sort of stuff that we want to be looking at.
Sliding on his bum. I think he chested it into his hands.
Well, you know, I mean, let's face it. You know, that was Nick Salonen, vice skipper of the national side, that took that, and you know, he's run in from the boundaries, slid and dived and taken a fantastic catch. I mean, that is really what you would call a fantastic catch, and those are the things that make the difference. You know, that was Faruk Zeb, national team colleague, who was going along at you know, a pretty decent rate. He's ended up now at 15 off, I think 15 off 12 on the screen at the moment, which was the ball before he was out, so that'd be 15 off 13. He was going along at a decent rate. They managed to sort of tie him back a little bit with these spinners, but you keep putting those catches down, you know, and you give these guys chances. That's something that you can ill afford, and I think you know, Empire did that last year in the final as well with Greater Helsinki. They dropped new batter to the crease, as it happens, Fahim Nelancherry, another national team player. I remember commentating on the final last year, and I think they must have dropped him, I don't know, 3 times maybe.
Yep.
And he almost took them home. You know, I mean, it was so.
So the old adage, catches win matches.
Oh, you're 100%. I don't think that's changed at all. You know, you play any different format that you like. I think you put enough catches down, you know, and you're just going to throw the game away. And that was a critical catch, and one that I think, from the Empire fielding perspective, they needed collectively. You know, having a couple of catches down, it can impact on the mentality of the guys.
It could be a question of also, you know, training. I mean, a lot of the training that I remember when I was playing focuses on batting and bowling in the nets, rather than, you know, outfield training.
Yeah, I think we've moved on a little bit since when you were a lad, young Marcy. I think it's given the all-round perspective of the T20 game these days, I think there's, I'm quite sure we'd say probably just as much fielding practice as batting and bowling, but not far from it.
Oh, another misfield there, as it's played by that man Nelancherry. Gets off to a fast start, I believe.
Majid, it is out there, 64.
Oh, it's Majid, is it? All right.
Just gifted another boundary.
Yeah.
Shocker, another one.
He looked to have got there, and then he dropped it onto the ground. He watched the spin well, got onto it, and then somehow fumbled it over the rope. So again, you were saying about how cricket's moved on, and there's a
famous last words.
more focus on the outfield part of the game as well as the basics, so batting and bowling.
Yeah,
but,
I mean, that's another criminal piece of fielding. I mean, that is, you know, for anybody at any level, you're looking at that. Those are the sort of things where, you know, I think, as we said in the first innings, you know, get something on it, get a body on the line, get something to just make sure it doesn't go over the boundary rope, and, you know, you're saving at least 2. And you know, that's just a gimme. And looking at that from the bowler's perspective, you know, there's been a tight over, and that's just giveaway boundary then at the end off Lanraj Padal.
Yeah. Driven down the ground by Atif. You don't hear me say those words very often. Just for a single, and he does bring Nelancherry on strike. And as you said, another very experienced and capable batter.
First 2 overs only gone for 12, so.
Oh, as he adjusts his grip on the ball. It's called a dead ball by the umpire. We had Nelancherry. I remember him when I've been commentating. Usually has scored a ton of runs. Very capable, very experienced. Hopefully commentator's curse doesn't strike now. But very interesting situation in the game as he does strike as he comes down the track. And the danger man is out, stumped by Jordan O'Brien. Quick work, great bowling by Sabkota, as you said.
A flight, yeah.
Enticing the batsman. And he falls.
What would you say? Done him like a kipper. Well, Stevie might if he was sitting in it. But, I was just about to say that the Empire innings at this current phase, they were 3 down, and this was the period of consolidation that Nick Salonen and Arvind Mohan built that innings basically to get them to 189, and we were pretty much up until now at least looking at a carbon copy, and we still are. I mean, you know, Fahim Nelancherry was out for 85 for 3, and in this over at the end of the 12th in the first innings, which was bowled by Kasiyaki Arjunan, 87 for 3, Empire were. So there's nothing in it still. You know, these moments now, I think, as we said, that critical phase in the first innings, whether they were going to get a 150 or whether they were going to, you know, it was about that partnership that they ended up getting a 189, and it's right now it's about partnerships for this Greater Helsinki team to put that together to pressure the 190 It's
Who's the new batsman in?
new batsman is Gulfam Nazir. And looking at the DLS, just to give us an idea as to what the algorithms are saying, that DLS pass score at this current moment after the fall of the third is 98. And we're on 85 for 3, so they're just falling just slightly behind here. Still anybody's game, you know. I mean, it's a lovely bit of bowling from young Nabin Sabkot there. That's 1 for 13 off 2 overs and 2 deliveries from him. So he'll be looking to bowl out here, and if him and Van has only gone for 15 off 2 as well, including that 4 off the last ball that we were just talking about. Again, flighted.
Yeah, just nurdled to with backward point, sends it in, single taken.
Bring Zatif Rashid back on strike, and he's 39 from 33.
Yep. The anchor of the innings. Is he still involved in the national team setup?
Yeah, Atif is still in the squad.
As he blows down the ground towards us, it's in the air. It's not going to go all the way, and Amjad Sher's behind it, takes a comfortable catch. I heard him shout, "It's mine," as he worked under it, and safe pair of hands there for the wild thing. Never in doubt.
So, are we seeing the key over of the innings here?
Very well, could be. Sabkota putting on a special show.
That's 2 for 13 for him. 2 for 14, sorry, beg your pardon.
Not quite on a hat-trick. They did take a single.
Yep.
In between, but it is Atif Rashid who falls, so 2 fresh batsmen at the crease. Is it Atif Rashid who fell?
Yes.
Was that right? Yep.
Yes, it was.
Yep, so 2 new batsmen at the crease now. So will have to be a rebuild similar to the one Empire showed in their innings if they do want to get to that target.
With that critical 4th wicket falling there in this same over, and again the DLS does give you an excellent state of the game, and the fall of that 4th wicket has literally taken the DLS pass up to 105, so they're almost 20 behind the rate, and it's new batter is Shahzad Shabir Chowdhury, number 34. Two balls left in the over from Sabkota, who, as you said, Marcy, is bowling beautifully at the moment. His flight. Look at that again. Lovely ball.
Great line and length.
Not sure what to do with it, did he? He went to come forward or back, and it was literally just, yeah, I'll just pat that one. Thank you very much.
Yep. It's interesting from what I can see. Batsman taking an off-stump guard by the looks of it, very much in front of the wickets.
Yeah, not wrong.
So it could be LBW in play. Oh, and it, well, half a shout. I think it did come off something else than pad there, but something to target, covering the stumps with his pads, as that's the end of the over. 2 wickets.
For 2 runs.
For 2 runs. Excellent stuff, and 1 over left for Sabkota.
Yep, he's figures 3 overs, 2 for 14. That is an absolute top over.
Yep, let's see if Van Padal can follow it up with something special by himself. 2 new batsmen, as I said, but they can't afford to get their eye in for too long. They do need to up the run rate, as my colleague Andy was saying. They're falling behind courtesy of those wickets, and Atif Rashid, the man who was building a good innings, was out. As Padal continues on the stumps, it is pulled in the air to the onside. There's a man under it once more, and it's taken. Oh, no, it wasn't taken. Was it dropped?
Ah, it's no ball.
It's no ball. Ah.
Oh.
That's is it field? Was it a 1, 2, 3? No, wasn't field. Must have been a front foot no ball. Inexcusable for a bowler, especially a spin bowler.
Just looking at the replay, it was Nathan Collins out there that just swallowed that. Just about to say a easy catch, but yeah, I hadn't seen the umpire's call.
Yeah, I was slightly confused as well. Why was no one celebrating? It must have been a front foot, no ball.
Well, he certainly signalled it early, so.
That was played in the offside for just a single, so it doesn't bring Chowdhury on strike, I believe. It's 34.
Yep.
And there's two. They've got 3 Chowdhurys in the team, not in the squad, but not all of them playing. Shahzad Chowdhury selected today. I wonder if he's related to Mujaba and Sohail, the 3 Musketeers, as he's played that down the ground for another single, which is understandable, but not enough. So they are going to have to be taking some risks shortly, otherwise they're going to be having a very difficult end to their innings. Obviously these kind of off-spin darts that Van Badal bowls, it's difficult to get them away, and he's a wily old fox, or young fox. Maybe I shouldn't say old fox. Wily young fox.
For you, we're looking at it, then old fox for me, then a young fox. We would say it that way. I mean, this is we were saying before as well in between the innings as to where these additional 8 overs of spin were going to come from, and it was a mixture of Harry, Nabin, and Van that we said. And this is the 7th over of spin.
Yeah.
So I suspect the way Nabin is bowling, he's definitely going to get a 4th. That'll be the 8th over of spin, and they've got Nick Sallin and Amjad Sher and Raz Mohammed.
Oh, a reverse sweep attempt, or reverse slog, more like. Didn't come off, but we were talking about when are we going to see some
switch hitting.
Was it? Yeah, or switch hitting? Yeah. When are we going to see something slightly less traditional? There was an attempt of it there.
Not quite sure whether they should be quite at desperation stakes at the moment. That looked something like desperation stakes to me.
There's very little protection on the offside. Is he trying it again? Did you see the batsman had his switch hit stance, and Vanny said, no, not today. If you're going to do that, I'll start again. So I'm more leggy, and it is tickled behind the corner, but oh, another slight misfield. It goes for 2. Slight gingerly running there.
It's Harry, is it?
Handapani.
Just back up square leg. Yep.
Interesting psychology games there, showing off the switch hitting stance, and there's very little protection on the offside. But I mean, it's a step back from the wicket. Give yourself some room to play on the offside if you want to do that. Another switch hit stance. This time he does connect with it, but it's gone in the air, and there's a man under it.
Oh,
it is.
My word! I was just going to say. I mean, it's
Skabens.
was like didn't look to me as though it was something that he was used to playing. You know, sometimes you watch batters, and you know they can play either side of the wicket. They can do switch hits. They can do, you know, reverse sweeps, and that just looked something that was, you know, I've sort of seen it on video, sort of thing.
Trying to manufacture something out of nothing, yeah. And he went into that stance very early.
Yeah.
So Van Badal would have known what he was trying to do, and did bowl it slightly more on the legs to make it more difficult, and it paid off, paid dividends as the top edge goes straight to Jonathan Skabens, who gobbles that up. He dropped one earlier, which was a slightly quicker, flatter chance. That one looped to him, and he's not putting those down. But interesting, going for the switch hitting approach, you know, obviously looking to target the offside because there's so much less protection there than on the onside. But surely you just, you know, take a few steps to the onside and give yourself the room to try and play to the offside rather than try and...
I think, you know, you were asking in the first innings as to what have been the key themes of head coach Taku Kazano's coaching, and I think, you know, pushing those ones into twos. And I think at this moment in time, they're not, they weren't at that phase, let's say they are, or they weren't at that phase where they needed to do a maximum risk. It was a case of sort of doing what Nick Salonen and Arvind Mohan did for those first few overs, where they were knocking those ones and twos around, and obviously putting the bad ball away as well. But you know, I think this has been a case here of being in a strong position at the end of 10, and just losing wickets pretty much through. You know, I mean, has he got enough on that? Probably has.
Yeah. That's not a. I can tell this batsman has some very wide shoulders. I'm still trying to make out exactly who it is. Number one?
Abdullah Atiq.
Is
It
it?
is.
Yeah, number 1, Abdullah Atiq, and he showed or put those wide shoulders to full use
Yeah,
on his first ball.
Not going to have much of a look at it, was he? It was 6 first ball. So 99 for the loss of 5 at the end of 13.
Yeah, because well, going back to what I was previously saying, I mean, if you're going to manufacture runs and you're targeting a certain sector of the field, use your feet. Take a risk, walk across the stumps or walk
Yeah.
back from the stumps.
Yeah.
You know, play a traditional shot, but just, you know, manufacture it that way. As Subcotta continues, again, my fountain of knowledge. I'm looking to impress Andy Armitage and secure that head coach slot for the national team. As Subcotta continues.
I think as head coach Tucker was sleeping in the first innings, I think, yeah, don't worry about it, coach. It's, this wonderful cricket ground of ours and this wonderful game that's going on here today, and Marcy's just wants to be involved in it any way, shape or form, so you're more than welcome to come and join the expanding Cricket Finland national team support setup.
It's the first loose delivery we've seen by Subcotta as he goes down leg. Keep doing what you're doing, young man.
Yeah, exactly.
It's working.
He's only gone for 14 off his first 3, you know, in the context of the game. Brings up the 100 for Greater Helsinki, by the way.
It's in the air again. Looks like it's between the fielders and it is just over the head of Jonathan Skamans, who's at mid-on.
It's just one of those that went straight up, wasn't it? Just judging how far out the depth again. I mean, it's sort of, we said in the first inning as well, up here in the scaffolding, 6, 7, 8 meters high as we are, quite difficult for us to actually see, especially when it's going in the other direction towards the residential, and really difficult to pick the depth, and that was, I think, what Skamans was suffering with there. Not sure where it was coming down.
Swing and a miss.
That's
big heave to the leg side.
I'm just going to say, when we looked at you know, the 6s that Nick and Arvind were playing, more sort of classical in nature, these are really swinging at the hips, aren't they?
Agricultural. Nice fly. This time he does connect, but there's a fielder under it. It is Raz Mohammed, and he puts another one down. Again, right in his breadbasket. You've got to be taking those. You've got to be taking those. That was regulation.
You've got to hide him somewhere. I mean, this is just...
It's another...
shocker.
I think the first drop was off Subcotta as well.
I mean, that was...
So...
You don't get any more regulation than that. Oh, I don't know. What do you say? Deep fine leg, thank you very much. But I don't think he wants a deep fine leg, does he? My word. Subcotta's in again. I mean, that as a young spinner, you know, you're flighting it beautifully, and you know, you're exactly trying to get the batsman to do exactly that, and you've got him to do it. And hallelujah. It's a tough game sometimes, isn't it? Mother Cricket doesn't give you anything.
No. I mean, well, he won't want to watch those back, that's for sure.
He won't, and as you said, as in the first innings, it follows you around, doesn't it? You know, I think it was Rehman who was in the first innings, wasn't it, that we saw put, I think, 3 down.
Yeah.
That is a super smell of bowling from that young man.
Yep. Was it 3 wickets in the end?
No, he ended up with only 2.
Only 2, but
should well
2 missed opportunities.
Yeah.
Both to Raz Mohammed, both put down.
4 overs, 2 for 18.
He's having a little word now as he's walking to the onside.
And just to repeat, I mean, I know I've said it before, but I mean, just looking at the comparison scores again, we are exactly tied. The only difference being that Empire were 3 down and Greater Helsinki 5 down at the end of the 14th, 103 for both teams. We're going to see change of bowling. It's going to be Amjad Sher coming in from the residential end. And the ask is now currently 87 runs from 6 overs, so 36 balls, 5 wickets remaining. Run rate required 14.5. DLS par would be 127 currently, so that's how far they are behind. Let's see what these batters can do.
Full toss, Chowdhury nurdles it on to the leg side just for a single there. As there's a deep fine leg in place. Throw comes in. Seems to hit the edge of the mat and flick over.
Yep.
Jordan O'Brien, the keeper. Good thing he didn't take his head off.
Wasn't far from it, was it?
Amjad Sher continuing. Him and Salonen make quite the...
I'm quite sure whether he's warmed up or not. I mean, it just looked as though he just sort of placed that one there rather than bowled it. Let's see whether this one is any different.
Definitely an effort ball, that one, but it slapped quite nicely to the offside for 2.
Nabin is out there, yeah.
Yeah.
A bit of a fumble.
So Atik and Chowdhury at the crease. That was Atik batting. Nicely played. It was a bumper, slightly short effort ball from Sher, and they weren't able to capitalise on the spin. So see if they look more comfortable facing some pace bowling. And so it will be Amjad Sher to continue. Full this time.
That was more like it.
And that was a very good ball.
Just a little bit of drift away from the right-hander, just squeezing past the off-stick. First ball was definitely loosener by the looks of it. Sher has gone for 19 off 2 overs and 3 balls at the moment, which is probably a little bit more expensive than he normally is. Thick edge.
That's it, my favourite shot. Well, there is Raz Mohammed, deep third man, who does collect and send it back in. So it will just be a single. Good over so far by Mr. Sher. Looking at the field. Only 5 out on the boundary, excuse me. Long off. Cow corner. Third man. Deep extra cover and long off. Sher continues. Slapped right back past him. Not really a chance. Didn't get his hand on. Maybe he got a hand on it because he looked to slow down.
Fingertips,
so,
I think.
Yeah, fingertips. Long off, then eventually collects it, and it's just a single. So good restrictive over. They obviously need to accelerate here, and is the man Atik with the wide shoulders. See what he can do. Slashes at it. It's gone to third man in the air. It is that man Raz Mohammed, and again it bounces out of his hands, and he's furious with himself. He can't believe it. He tosses the ball towards the ground in disgust, and I'm not really surprised. I mean, this one was a more difficult opportunity. Spinning hard, having to run in. But again, an opportunity gone down. And it looks like he does. He's shaking his head, covering his face. But looks like he is going to be bowling. Probably a smart move by the captain. Get him out the field.
Well, I was going to say, it's the only option he's got left, isn't it? I mean,
give him the ball.
Oh my word.
So that's 4 opportunities. And Amjad Sher, captain of Empire, also walking towards where Raz Mohammed was fielding out long off and shaking his head. See if he can make up.
So 81 off for the remaining 5 overs is the ask, so 30 balls, 5 wickets remaining. Run rate required 16.2, so DLS par would be 135 at the moment. They're 109 for 5.
Raz Mohammed continues once again. It's in the air, slapped down. Long on is coming in. It's between the 2 fielders at cover and long on. So no run or good throw, but it's hit the stumps, gone for overthrow. So they will run 3, I believe, 3 or 2.
Did. Yep, they did.
So it was an excellent throw by number 42. Is that Mr. Salonen?
Got to say, probably needless though. I mean, there was no question that they were going to make the second. You know, no real reason. If you're going to be really particular about watching national team players, and there was no real reason why you had to shy at the stumps. It was more a case of keep hold of it.
To be fair, it was towards the keeper's end.
Well, it was, but you know, it's direct hit and it deflects off, and the keeper's got no chance. You know, I mean, it's a given run rather than an earned run.
It's true. As Raz Mohammed continues, good full ball dug out by Chowdhury, just for a single.
I mean, you know, I'm being critical here, but I mean, that's, you know, from the perspective of what I'm looking at for national team players and the levels that we're looking for these guys to deliver, you know, week in, week out. These are things that you would look for. Every single run. Where's that gone?
It's gone in the air. There is Mr. Salonen under it, and again it's put down. So Raz Mohammed having to eat some of his own medicine there. An opportunity gone, given and gone.
I mean, I don't know where these stats are at the moment. There must be probably what, a full innings of 10 wickets, drop catches so far, is it? Can't be that far off it.
I think we're beyond that by now.
Are we?
Looking at both innings. Yeah. So another high ball. Fielder got under it, settled himself, but just something to work on. Seems to be those higher catches that are creating issues. It's going in and bouncing out. Maybe not enough flex in the arms, or difficult to say. I mean, a lot of them are kind of top edge, so there will be spin on the ball, but you do have to take those catches, especially at international level, as you said, Andy. Whatever you show in your domestic league, the selectors will consider when selecting teams for international games, where the competition is even more cutthroat, and it's even more important that you do take the opportunities if you want to be successful. Raz Mohammed continues, full toss, and it's been a long time since we've had one, but Atik delivers a great Helsinki Markhors boundary. 4 runs, full toss from Raz Mohammed and slapped away, never in doubt.
There's the challenge, I think, you know, this phase of the innings, and perhaps, you know, these drops are impacting on his the bowler's mind at the moment, and he's looking for bowling a full length, but strayed there too full.
That will be a single, just too long on Amjad Sher. I mean, as a batsman, if you see, you know, you're seeing drop after drop, opportunity after opportunity being put down, to a certain extent it means that you can kind of increase your risk levels even further, because you're thinking, well, I might as well go for it. Chances are I'll be dropped or put down. Obviously, at this stage of the game, they're looking to take the fielder out of it and get it over the rope for a maximum of 4. But it does always kind of give you that sense of, I'm meant to be here when you are put down and you're given an extra life.
Yeah, no, I think, you know, I mean, the Greater Helsinki batters are still in this, you know, I mean, based on the fact that that number of catches that have gone down, they might still need 70 off the last 4, but, you know, I mean, if they're looking at 7 or 8 down rather than being 5 down, and keep giving these guys chances, you know, at some point they're going to make you pay, and make you pay dearly. So, I mean, it's still a big ask from here, but, you know, they're not totally out of it.
Yeah, 1 big over.
Yeah, which is, you know, pretty much what we saw in that innings that with Empire setting, when they had, you know, they had the partnership of Nick Salonara and Mohan. There, a couple of overs that were, you know, big teens, 18s, 19s, and a couple of overs like that, you know, and all of a sudden they were looking at, you know, scoring the 189 that they at one stage they were looking at 150.
Yeah, and it does look like it is Salonen to continue.
It is, yeah.
From the residential end, so bringing on the opening bowler. See how Atik, if he goes for the bump balls again, kind of in the throat of the batsman. It does. Well, that was actually a bit of full of a length, played to the onside by Atik. Just, well, they might be going for 2 here. No. Chowdhury, should I call him kamikaze?
Well, I think just going back on what you said before, you know, the fumblings in the field and stuff, I think Chowdhury was just basically sort of saying, well, you know, they're going to keep having a go. I'm going to keep teasing them, aren't I? You know?
Atik never looked like he was having to there.
No, I don't think he was part of that plot, was he?
No, strolled back into the crease, back to the ball. Salonen comes again, full, well bowled outside off stump, swing and a miss by Chowdhury.
Such a perfect viewpoint we've got here. I'm just looking at that again. I mean, that wasn't quite the shave the varnish one that Nick bowled, I think, in one of the earlier overs, but that wasn't far away either.
Yeah, that's where you want to put it. But again, we haven't seen too many 1s turned into 2 by the Greater Helsinki Markhors, so it does put an again. Now that's aerial again, over the wicketkeeper's head, and Amjad Sher, no, sorry, Raz Mohammed running over to collect it. Another edge over the keeper, and they did run 2 this time, but I was just about to say, to your point earlier about focusing on running, I think that's also been a big difference.
Yep. Yep, you've seen here that, you know, these guys have tried to manufacturing something out of nothing with agricultural shots, as you call them, and you know, obviously they're in that position now with 67 required off 21 balls, and they've got to go for it. But I think, you know, they're in that position because they weren't able to consolidate.
Good ball by Salonen, effort ball outside off stump. Chowdhury looking slightly eager to get away from the striker's end, as he hasn't been able to connect with his balls really. One top edge, which he converted into two, but swings and misses other than that, as the required run rate continues to creep up.
Yeah, he's on 8 from 13.
This time he does connect straight to the long off fielder, so just the one, and means he will retain the strike for the next over. And there's one ball to come. Is there? Okay,
yep.
One ball to come. So Atik will get an opportunity to.
But I mean, he's, you know, just to carry on what we were saying before, you know, Atik's now on strike and he knows it's the last ball of this over and he's got to go for it. I mean, they've only taken 4 off the first 5 balls of this over, and they know that they need, you know, they're what are they at now? They're at 20 and over. So I mean,
need a maximum. Yep, the game's running away from them.
He's got to go for everything here, and that's no question. And hope that they can manufacture something off the last 3 after this one.
That's a better shot, and that does go for 4. 1 bounce 4. Atik.
Just going to say, I'm not quite sure. Did they have how many fielders out? Why did they have a long off out? Again.
Well, I'm thinking for Salonen, he tends to bowl a bit of a back of a length. I mean, he's been more full in this over, but maybe for Salonen, because he does tend to bowl slightly short, maybe they're thinking, okay, it's not going to get driven as much.
I don't get that. I mean, why they didn't have a long off on. Anyway, yeah. Okay. End of the 17th, 128 for the loss of 5, which, to give you the comparison from the first innings, as we've done earlier, 150 for 3, the Empire's status was at the end of the 17th. So they've literally managed to really then pull this back here from where we were at the halfway stage. Even Stevens all the way through to, well, what did I say? It was end of the 14th, wasn't it? They were even 103 each.
Yep.
103 each at the end of the 14th, and we've literally gone from 103 to 128, whereas Empire went from 103 to 150.
Yeah, Raz Mohammed once again to bowl from the water tower end. Single off the first ball, just played too long off. Long on. Yeah, we haven't. Seems they're struggling to clear the boundary, find the boundary. I mean, playing the shots, but they're going straight to the hands of the fielder, either in the air or on the ground. So is it time for something a little bit less conventional? Again, there's very little protection behind the keeper. Oh no, there is a third man and fine leg actually in place. Now it's a bit shorter and he has a hack at it, but again, Atik doesn't connect.
You thought that as a swivel pull or a hack?
A hack.
Yeah, I mean, Raz Mohammed's just going to bowl.
It was too low to be called a pull. It was knee height, if even.
Yeah.
So, hence a hack.
He's just going to try and bowl block all, I think, isn't he?
Yeah. Full toss. Chowdhury doesn't connect with it. Is a run out chance.
Swinging a miss.
Going back and forth between the keeper
Keystone
and bowler.
Cops here, isn't it? Keystone Cops now. That's probably showing my age.
Surely,
again.
if you're Chowdhury at this stage and you've seen Atik is being able to.
He's got to get down the other end, doesn't he?
Yeah, find the rope. You just take a single. Just take yourself out of the game. Give it to the man with the wide shoulders. As it does connect with one, but again it goes straight to the long on fielder. Amjad Sher.
Was that catch? Was the shot from the bowler? Raz Mohammed's quite ironic, isn't it? Really. Keeping my mouth shut if I was you, Mr. Bowler.
Oh dear.
Or then just say please.
Please. Do as I say, not as I do.
Yeah.
Comes in again full and he's bowled him. Yeah. Atik. I mean, you have to go for it at this stage, but as you said earlier, in the block hole, you miss, I hit type of bowling from Raz Mohammed as he shakes his head. He doesn't want to risk the ball going to the fielder, so he does knock back the off stump. And it's looking very, very, very difficult for the Greater Helsinki Markhors now. They do need some sort of miracle. A miracle. What's the target at the moment then?
159 from 2.1, so 59 from 13 balls with 4 wickets remaining. That's a run rate required of 27.23. DLS pass score of 162 was against 131, so they're 30 behind the rate at the moment. And they've literally, looking at that again, as we said, and not trying to sound that, in hindsight or anything, but we were talking about in the first innings is how critical that partnership was going to be and whether they were going to get a 150 sort of set score or 189 as they ended up with. And you look at it and gone from 14 over a 103, both teams, to it be in a position now that's 131 for the loss of the 6th, while Empire were pushing along to 158 at that stage. So 25-30 over difference here, which is going to be the critical factor in this game and the result of this match. Bilal Ahmad, it is the new batter, who takes a single to cow corner. Nabin Sabkota, it is out there doing the fielding, just keeping that to a 1, and that'll be the end of the over, the end of the 18th. 132 for 6, the scores on the doors, so only 4 off that over from Raz Mohammed, which is his 4th.
And a wicket.
And a wicket, yep. Just checking his figures. 4 overs, 2 for 29. Or should I say -3 for 29 if you count the number of catches that he put down.
Yeah, they're not counted against you in any way in cricket. I think they should be. I think you should forfeit.
Not that we are more ex-bowlers than batters, but yeah, Salen it is. It's going to come in for the 19th. His last over. That was
full on the legs.
Away.
Yeah. Yeah. What if you introduced a rule in Finnish cricket that every dropped catch is 5 runs to the batting side? That would be a quick way to.
Funky.
Yeah. Put a bit of extra pressure on the fielders. I think you should introduce that rule in Finnish cricket, Andy.
Yeah, we'll take that one on board. Thanks for popping in, Marcy.
Full of
so
good
29
ideas.
is the run rate required off the last 2. Yeah, and that
nice short
length.
ball. Wide, yeah, above the head.
Was it?
I thought it was going to be close.
Oh, I tell you what, you wouldn't want to be a West Indian fast bowler of the 70s and 80s playing at this cricket if that's a wide. I mean, my word. Anyway, moving on. Salen in again. It's a fuller length, driven straight back past the bowler. I'll think about a second. They'll come back for 1 on the arm. It's Samjad Chair out there.
Would have been run out if it would have hit.
I was just going to say, with the way that he was jogging back, only just missed the stumps.
Very casual. Very casual.
It was sort of. It wasn't quite Arvind Mohan classical picturesque casual, knowing that you were actually going to make the second run at the other end with a jog. It was like, I'll just have a jog and oh look, just missed the stumps. I'll just run out by a yard. Anyway, Salen in is.
Oh, that's
that one up beautifully.
That's 4 runs.
6.
Oh, sorry, 6 runs. You're right. Yeah.
I was just about to say that it actually came down. I thought it was going to clear the fence, but it's one of those again that the way, just have a look at the replay, the way that actually came down, it dipped at the end, and I'm not quite sure whether it was all that much over. I think it's Hari Haran with the fluorescent orange shoes out there that it just literally just went over his head. I didn't quite capture that on camera. Salen with a fuller length.
Oh, he's gone suicidal, the non-striker batsman, and it will be a run out.
Run him on the run out. Yeah, smart bit of cricket there, not keeping cool. Yeah, it was a maximum, the previous one. That, well picked up by new batter Bilal Ahmad, who is now departing, having been run out. So 143 for the loss of 7 in the 19th. And we're already getting to the phase of impossibility 31.33 is the ask.
So if 5 runs would have been given to the batting side from the dropped catches, I think that's probably around 50 more runs.
Going back to your MCC suggestion for changes to the laws of cricket. And ICC adjustments to the
forget the
T20.
Marylebone cricket rules. It's the Marcel cricket rules. That's what the M stands for. That's another good hit by Amjad. Well, this time straight to the fielder.
That was Chowdhury, actually.
Chowdhury, was it?
Yeah, Ahmad was the guy that parted previously.
Oh, yeah.
So that's the second wicket falls on 143. 143 for 8. No, it is. And I think we can safely say it's going to be an Empire SKK Rapids final tomorrow here at the magnificent kind of a national cricket ground. Not that I'm biased at all, but I mean, I think looking at some of those photos that you were taking earlier, Marcy, from this wonderful position that we've got here in the scaffolding in the camera tower.
I'll take one of you commentating, Andy.
Quite beautiful. Just have the ground in it rather than me. Where is he? Thumbs up on 43 for 8. With, just looking for the Cricket Club scorecard to update. It'll be 7 balls remaining, I think. Yeah, there we go. So 47 off 7. So it is now in the realms of no balls and free hits needed. 40.29 is the ask. DLS par 175. No matter what algorithms are used there, then 175 the DLS par, and at the end of the 19th, then Empire were 173 for 4. So there we go. So.
Yep. No on-field celebrations yet, but I'm sure there will be a certain level of relief for the Empire players, knowing they've made another final. The captain of Empire, Jonathan Skamans, was telling me that if Empire were to win the final, it would be an historic event because they would be the first team to win 3 finals in a row. Never done before in Finnish cricket, from what I understood. So, still possible, although they will be facing, by the looks of it, very staunch competition in SKK.
I just looked down at the scorecard thinking that they weren't ready to bowl, but I think he did. I missed that one.
Just the dot ball.
143 for 8 at the end of the 19th. Salinen's figures, if that was a dot ball for the last one, just waiting for the scorecard to update. 4 overs, 1 for 31. And it'll be national team skipper Amjad Sher to bowl the last. So 47 off 6 is the requirement, with new batter at the crease that faced that last ball of Nick Salenzo was Mohsin Riaz, the leg spinner from Greater Helsinki. And Sher it is, who will bowl to Akhil Arjunan.
Deciding not to take a run.
Yeah, I was just about to say as well, I think it looks like
Arjunan wants a bit of batting practice.
Amjad Sher is going to bowl 6 warm-up lollies, I think, by the looks of it. Not going to pull or strain anything before the final tomorrow. Even though it is a partly cloudy 16 degrees, which for me is balmy summer weather.
Again, played down the ground for the run. Interesting.
So for anyone new to the game, we're basically in the realms of, and if you're wondering why there's not a lot going on, it's basically for the simple reason that Greater Helsinki have got absolutely no chance whatsoever to win this game. So in a game of cricket, that one is hit out to the mid-wicket boundary. Nabin Sabkota it is, who's showing how fielding should be done out on the boundary, as in get something on it, stop the ball going over the boundary, which he did.
Yeah, and for my money, Arjunan's showing how batting should be done. He stepped across the stumps there to give himself the space to play a leg-sided shot. Should have seen more of that from the Greater Helsinki Markhors. This time he comes 2 steps down the track, plays it to the offside, and he will take a single. So he'll give the last 2 balls of the innings to his batting partner in the blue helmet. Who was the new batsman in, Andy?
It was, is Mohsin Riaz, the leg spinner.
Riaz, yeah.
Fluorescent orange shoes, if you remember.
Ah, yes, I do indeed.
He and Harry, one on each side.
MVP. And one last single, so Arjuna will face the final ball of the great.
I find it quite surprising as well. I think probably head coach Takul Kazano and other national team coaches watching is quite surprising that Akil Arjunan is down this far in the order. We all know he can bat, and I would have said that if I was him, then I'd have been. There we go. I've just ruined that one as well. Commentators cursed to finish the innings.
Walked across the stumps once more. This time, Amjad Sher saw him coming and put in a Yorker length delivery. Smashes over the sticks, and that is the end of the innings.
145. Well, the loss of 9 wickets brings the innings to a close, which means that Empire Lions will be the team that will progress to the FPL 2025 finals against the SKK Rapids here, same time, same place, Kerava National Cricket Ground at 10 o'clock. It's a pleasure having you here in the commentary box with us. Marcel Burton, thank you for your time. It's we didn't see an exciting finish, unfortunately, but I think we saw some good cricket. We saw a lot of dodgy catching going on, that's for sure. We shall be having post-match interviews approximately 10 minutes from now. So please do join us for what the two skippers have to say about the results for today. It's been a pleasure hosting the FPL Qualifier 2, and I hope you've enjoyed the action. We certainly have. We have a fantastic view up here in the scaffolding tower. First time that we've done that, commentating here, so thanks to the production team, who've done a wonderful job again here today. It is Empire who shall proceed to the final, and the promising season of Greater Helsinki Markhors is over. One step earlier than it was last year, as they lost in the final, as my partner in commentary said earlier. So they'll be, I think they'll be more than disappointed to not have got anything out of this game here today. But again, I think it's back to the drawing board a little bit for them. Quite clearly, strength in depth of the Empire team, and the batting in particular. I think the critical stage where the Empire batters were able to turn 74, I think it was, at the end of 10 overs, pretty much the same as Greater Helsinki were at that time, into a total of 189 is the factor behind why this game was won and lost for these two teams. But we'll save some words for the mouths of the captains. It's Andrew Armitage and
Marcel Burton
signing off.
Thank you very much.
From the scaffolding tower. See you again tomorrow. So to finalise proceedings here today at the Qualifier National Cricket Ground, the FPL 2025 season is approaching the close. The Qualifier 2 has finished here with the Empire Lions proceeding to the finals to be played against the SKK Rapids tomorrow, and unfortunate losers today, the Greater Helsinki Markhors. We have the two skippers here for a brief post-match interview. I'll go to Navid Shahid, the losing skipper today. Navid, I know it's a tough one, and I think we probably had a similar discussion at the end of the final last year. You guys are probably disappointed with today. What's the sort of the main things in mind how this match has gone?
Well, I would say I think we are repeating the same things again. So starting from the fielding, so our fielding was not up to the mark, and I think Empire CC played better cricket than us. So in the end, of course, they were ahead of us.
I think we said on commentary then it was really close, both innings up until sort of the 11th, 12th, 13th over, where the scores were pretty much the same, and Empire managed to put that partnership together between Nick Salonen and Aravind Mohan, and then your guys didn't. It's I think that was you're right. You know, the level there is just that was the change of the match, I think, and then you lost a couple of quick wickets and you were really probably chasing the game from there on. But you know, that's cricket, isn't it? What do you want to say about your season? Because I guess, you know, being at the last few games of the season is always what you're aiming for at the start of the season. What would you say about the season in general and your team?
Yeah, I think our season went well. So we were on top 2. So I think that's something we have been consistent for last 2-3 years, that staying in top 4s and continuously playing qualifiers. So something we have in the team that we need to improve to, you know, what is missing for reaching to the finals and winning the finals. So something is still missing that we need to figure it out and improve in all departments. So I think we will try our best next time to recover everything back again.
Yeah, well said. Well said. I think you know, we mentioned it on commentary as well. You know, the fielding side of things, it's perhaps not the, you know, the sexiest part of cricket. All the guys want to train their batting and train their bowling, but the fielding, I think you guys probably, I think we counted around about 20 runs given away in the field, not just from the drop catches, but I meant more of sort of fielding errors and balls that went to the boundary for 4 instead of being, you know, 1s and 2s. I think that's you know, something perhaps then to think about for the winter and be one of your key points. Would you agree?
Yes, I think we will focus more on the fielding. Well, all departments, but preferably on the fielding side, because I think we lose, of course, 20-something runs just because of misfield in the ground. Other than catches, of course, the situation could be different if we got those early catches and early wickets. I think the situation could be different. So I think we need to think about it again, and we will, of course, cover it up during the winter time, and we will come back stronger next year.
On a positive note, you know, Finland cricket is moving along. You've got more facilities to play and train in the winter. You've got the Playbox facility. You've got the Eerikkilä facility. There's a new facility that's going to be coming about a mile down the road, the Kerava-Sipoo monitoimihalli, which will have a 2-bay cricket nets opportunity there. So good opportunities for you to do that. Anything you want to say about the final tomorrow, about the two teams that will be playing?
I will wish both of the teams good luck. I think they were already playing finals last 2 years or 3 years, and also for the SKK, congratulations for reaching the final, and hope we see a better game tomorrow. Also, I would like to thank Cricket Finland for everything, organizing and providing us opportunities to play cricket in a good level here in Finland.
Thank you, Navid Shahid, and best of luck to your team then over the winter, and congratulations on what has been another good season for you guys. Well done.
Thank you.
Moving across to the happier of the two skippers, who's not known for much of a smile, is the dour-faced Mr. Skamans. What would you say about the match today? What are your thoughts?
Well, on top of my mind, I think less sunscreen in the hands. I think that's the first thing I would say. No, but first and foremost, I think I'll just congratulate Greater Helsinki for a fine season yet again. This time we didn't meet in the final, but yet another fine season for you boys, and you're clearly building and finding those puzzle pieces. Eventually, I reckon it'll take you over the line. I mean, you've got a good squad building there, and I think it's gonna happen.
So other than the drop catches, which I think myself and Marcel in the commentary, I think we decided there was at least a third innings done there. It was more than 10. We gave up counting after 10 anyway, let's say it that way. So let's not think about that. We'll probably talk about fielding practice again, just the same as we did with Navid. So we won't repeat that for the viewers. But what do you want to say about that first innings? Because I think it was, as we said on live, I think 13, 14 overs, the scores are pretty much the same. And I think at the halfway stage we were sort of saying that you were really in need of a partnership with Nick and Aravind at the wicket, and you got one. So I mean, what were your thoughts on that?
Oh, well, I think we came out the gate really well. Vanni got ourselves a really good start, supported by Colo. Even Colo didn't really get the score he would have wanted, but it was a partnership and we could build on that. And then Mac does his thing, gets to about 10 to 15 runs on 100 strike rate, and then builds on that. And that's what he's one of our mainstays at number 3. Yeah, we lost a quick wicket in Jordan, but then Nick and Mac have put on a really good partnership, built on that. Put value on their wicket and got the pace of the wicket right, understood what the bowling was left, and just chose their moments. And I think it was arguably probably one of our better innings setting throughout the season. But I think that was a lot to do with the fact that it was I would call it a mature innings as a team. There wasn't, those 2 50s by Nick and Mac, which obviously help anytime no matter what form of cricket you're playing. But I think what we did really well is we stayed in control of ourselves, and Greater Helsinki, I think they bowled 2-3 overs first straight out after the power play, tight. I don't think we crossed 6 runs in those 3 overs. Right. But we stuck with it. We just rode it out and just knew that our moment would come. And I think that showed in the end that we didn't lose too many wickets in the end either. And SN right at the end then just gave us a nice little boost.
Yeah, Marcel Burton in the commentary box says a few players that he hadn't seen before. Nabin Sabkotu, his bowling's not seen before. Asin Majid he's not seen before. And I think I said as he came in, I said he's not going to be thinking about it too much. He's just going to look to clear the boundary, and sure enough, that's pretty much what he did. And got you those critical, probably last sort of 15, 20 runs in the last sort of 8 to 9 balls. Second innings, what would you say about that in terms of your bowling and fielding performance?
Well, I always preach about patience and just letting the batters to come at us. I think the more patient we can be and just trust our plans, we usually end up on top because of that. Today we weren't backing our bowlers up in the field. Maybe a few loose balls here and there, and one big over, which was the 6th over, and we weren't panicking by any means, but it was just a case of, okay, as a skipper, you're wondering where's your control coming from, and you just want to find that somewhere. And today, that actually was Nabin, who's a youngster in the team, hasn't actually played a lot of cricket last season, and wasn't in our conversation of what's our best 11. And he snuck in there now and performed today. So I think it was just a case of finding where we can get that control and then just double down on that. And then we got it with a nice little partnership with the spin twins of Nabin and Vanni.
The spin twins, including Van, in the same sentence, eh? Oh, my word. I think the last time I saw him bowl, I think I said I'm going to start thinking about a comeback, so I'm definitely still thinking about it after that one. A few comments about tomorrow. SKK Rapids in the final. What are your thoughts?
Excited. This is we've been talking about this since the start of the season. 3-peat for us, and that's been the goal, the main goal for us. It's not been done in Finland before, and we want to take the opportunity. We want to take on that challenge, and we're enjoying that challenge. It's SKK's first final, and it's our 7th in a row, so it's not our first rodeo. We know the rigmarole of playoff cricket. We know the ups and downs of it. I mean, today we might have looked at flat at times, but we knew where we were at. We knew what was needed, and I think that's the difference. Is we know what's happening. We understand the emotional ups and downs of knockout cricket, and SKK have been in the knockouts before, but not quite made it. And good team, good bowlers, good batters. I think it's going to be a good contest. Or I hope it is anyway. And nothing to add really.
So there we go. The two skippers have given their comments from today. We've got a 10 o'clock start at the Kerava National Cricket Ground, live on YouTube.Cricket Finland, and that's live with commentary. We'll have the fantastic lunch now. You'll be pleased to know, skippers, we don't need to listen to me much longer. Claire Jones, the wonderful wizard from Wales, has prepared lunch for us here, and she'll be doing so tomorrow as well. So hopefully we won't eat too much before we are ready for the game in the morning, especially Jonathan, as he's going to be running out the team for the final. Please do join us, and 10 o'clock Sunday morning for the FPL Final 2025. Thank you for being with us today. Have a fantastic afternoon.